And we are back. T minus 27 minutes until we get ourselves a qualifying session. The tension in the room is now palpable. I'm losing my mind. David, he's 9:30 out here in us. 4:30, Alonso. Oh, the humanity, the level of commitment in the chat is real and loud. Let me say this up front at the outset. It's important that I give gratitude, that I speak gratitude to each and every single one of you that come in the chat, that indulge me, that hold my very nuddy B-spec F1 feet to the flames. This is a conversation. This community drives to survive by dint of you guys coming to the chat each and every single time, and this one's going to be techie. Chat, I'm nervous. T minus 26 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky qualifying session. You boys going to have to break off because my missus sadly has forgotten her keys, and somebody needs to go and open the door, but that will happen in a couple of minutes, after which your boy will get himself a cheeky Red Bull. Oh my gosh, look, we had an argument earlier where Lewis Hamilton fans and stands extremists were calling me out for not putting Sir Lewis in the poll. I've issued another poll. You guys can see it on the bottom right hand side of your screen. Vote. Lewis will not be in there. I thought maybe I was going crazy. Maybe I was being too harsh on Sir Lewis. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I was expecting things of Lewis that he wasn't capable of giving. Maybe I was doing the Lewis Hamilton confirmation. Maybe I was being harsh. And then I went and checked out the odds makers, and they refreshed post what we saw in FP3. Let me tell you the facts and stats here. This is important. In fact, I'll bring it up on script. Forget it, and I'll translate it. It's important now so that you guys know that I'm not completely crazy. Maybe I shoot from the hip sometimes, but again, the mantra of this channel is now and has always been: we will never sacrifice truth, value, nor objectivity at the altar of partisanship, not at the altar of Lewis, nor Max, nor Charles, nor anybody else, because that's how integrity fades to black, goes away. The odds makers per Paddy Bow have Lando Norris as the favourite, a 9-5 favourite to drop it on pole in the next 25 minutes. That means then, if you run 100 simulations of qualifying under these existing circumstances, Lando Norris will take it 36 times. Maximilian Verstappen is a second favourite, 11-4. £4 bet will get you back £11, including your stake, £15. 27% of the time, if you run 100 simulation, is how many times Max Verstappen wins it, say the bookmakers. Charles Leclerc, 27%. OJP, 22%. Lewis Hamilton, 8% of the time. Chat, that's why I can't put Lewis Hamilton, despite desperately wanting this dude to do well and drop it on pole. I would love nothing more. Lewis Hamilton, 8%. You want it, relativity, right? These things are important. OJP then is 3 times more likely to drop it on pole per the actuarial's odds than Sir Lewis. Charles, 3.5%, or sorry, 3.5 times more likely. Max, 3.5 times more likely. Lando, 4.6 times more likely. There is an augur of magnitude here. You want to say what you want to say about Lando Norris, that he's a start bottle job or whatever, but as at the time of writing, he's the favourite. More than likely, he puts it on pole. Maybe he doesn't. Listen, this isn't me saying, I'm not predicting. My crystal ball is as murky as the next person's. But if the context, if we're having this conversation under the aegis even of probability, then Lando Norris has the whip hand. Do you know what I mean? What are we doing here? Of course, Lando could go and make a mistake. Of course, he could. He might very well. It's very, very likely. But bloody Nora, what are we doing here? I can't continue to bark up these hopium trees. No, and numbers absolutely do not lie. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, and by the way, we are T minus 23 minutes away from a cheek. I just had to get that out of the way. We were arguing and going back and forth before, and it was all fun. TMM legend, that is. Do you know what I mean? Sir Lewis Hamilton sounds proper. I am a Sir Lewis Hamilton fan. Don't get it twisted. But yet and still, I mean, this isn't to say Albon wasn't in the top 4, mate. He was in the top 4. Shortly thereafter, I mean, you can see it was George.
Are there any announcements that are coming that we...
Go on. So it was George next. But George is like 40-1. Shortly thereafter, mate, it doesn't really matter, does it? Rank outsider settings. Chaos. I just had to get that out of the way. It was important. Alazy on pole. Maybe. Modern day Jean Alazy, aka Charles Leclerc, potentially. It could be him. It's going to get Bear with me, chat. I will be back, I promise. Just need to go to the door. I apologise. And we are back. I apologise. Yeah, snacks, everything had to get my missus, thankfully, brought me back some. So we're good to go. I mean, she owed me as much if I have to break off the stream and go and open the door because people forget they can. I digress. Perhaps he's second favourite, so it's going to get techie. Second favourite. How is Max Verstappen second favourite unless Red Bull have pulled another bloody... The upgrades have worked, eh? This was what we were talking about going into this Grand Prix. Is that a one-off at the Italian Grand Prix, or is it something different? I feel like they've made changes proper here. It's I can't wait. Just bring on qualifying now. Done with the talking. Finish. I'm ready to go. What's going on, Ray? I hope you're good, mate. Miami, no more flexi to the rescue for McLaren. Yeah, well, I mean, the straight doesn't favour them. They'll be mightily quick around sector 2 because it's 90 degrees and it's low minimum speed and it's medium duration. It's gonna be incredible. I can't wait for this. Lando Norris 41.223. in FP3, excuse me, the quickest one. This will be real insight into what's going on. Yes, Cam, looks like they found something for Matty. Though it looks quick, doesn't he, Clive? The boy Max looks a bit quick. We could be in for something. I will say this at the outset. If it's close enough to be determined by the driver, how could you not go for Max Verstappen? How? How can a tiny floor tweak? Apparently it wasn't a tiny floor tweak. It was the floor proper and floor flarings. Give Red Bull 2.5 and double brake duct. So like, do you know what I mean? Martina, you're a legend. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm nervous as fudge. The glazing. How very dare I glaze Max Verstappen? Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about him as if he's a 4-time world champion. Do you know? I'm talking about him as if he was the difference at like Saudi Arabia or the British Grand Prix or Suzuka qualifying. I mean, no. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's no glazing. Max Verstappen. Let's go, Nick Markle. What are we doing here? How can you ignore Oscar Piastri's IQ? I cannot, and I'm not. I think for the race victory, I think Oscar Piastri is a big favourite. But for qualifying, I think Lando Norris has the whip hand. They made improvements on the car, and if we're keeping in mind the whole grid except Max, his performance 60 to 75% is the car, but for Max it's 60. Oof, he's stained. You can make the difference sometimes, Max, when he's had his Weetabix. You guys are legends, man. I'm privileged. Do me a favour though, if you like the stream, could you like the stream? It's important. It means more to the algo than you might realise. Chadwick and I'm not a big fan, to be fair. I'm not. I don't want to be mean to Jamie. She's doing her best, but I don't know. Bring back James Allen. Bring back Peter D. Windsor, legend of the piece. Put him in there. More Ted Kravitz. More Martin Brundle. More Nico Rosberg and Alex Jakes. But that's it. Done. Your wife outdanks us for at least about. He's so crack. You're a legend. You're a legend. Oh. Bernie Collins. I was about to say Bernie Eccleston then. Been in the headlines a bit, has Bernie. Nando's looking most likely for pole, but a cheeky double toe. It's all over the shop space. 50-50. Ugh. Can we take odds on a red flag? I think there will be a yellow flag for sure. For sure. That's what did over Lando last year, didn't he? And prevented him from getting through to Q3. Hang on. Are we talking rain? Go on. Are we going to get rain for quali? I heard that there was a material probability, a non-zero probability of rain happening at some point during quali. It's rain and it's wind and it's chaos and it's changeable circumstances. It's going to be all over the shop, chat. It is going to be all over the shop and I can't wait for it. Right, let me do one of these. Nervous am I? Anthony Davidson talk about the importance of slipstream. So it's slipstream. If you can get a cheeky toe, even a long distance one, it makes all the difference, as it did to Maximilian Verstappen over the course of FP3. If you can get your lap in when the wind is favourable, then perfect. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you've got especially if you have yourself a low downforce wing, low to medium per Charles Leclerc. Who do we think top runners are to glaze the wall? Oof, glaze the wall. Lots of wind, Safak. Oh my gosh. In F2, a little bit of rain. Look at that. Come on, Max Verstappen says that. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. God, I did it. 13 minutes and it can't come quickly enough. Are you brave enough to bet against Max Verstappen? I don't know, chap. Am I brave enough to back against Max Verstappen? Well, look, I always like to, if I'm forecasting, I like to pay attention to the most recent past. And the most recent past will dictate that Charles Leclerc has the whip hand. He's something of a specialist around here. What does that mean? Do you watch WRC? Joe says, no, I don't have time, mate. Sadly, I'm an F1 specialist now. You know what I mean? I've got to cover the sport in a way that's comprehensive, robust as far as possible, which means, aside from family and friends and the little one, I'm just... I'm an F1 savant, or at least I try to be. Cam, we are here to support and mock you. That is double the attention. I mean, sometimes you've got to be derided, apparently, Max. Sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Max sucks at Baku. Listen, do you want me to read you out the stats? We can read you out the stats. Easy G, currently rushing back to it, mate. You want to get back because your boy could go very well here. The one that they call Dustin from Stranger Things. Let me read you out some stats. These are important. Because as far as Max, this is the only track currently still, one of the only tracks still on the calendar that he hasn't put it on pole around. Like, what are we doing here? Go on then. So go on then, Max. Baku and Singapore are the only tracks that Max has raced more than 8 times at without a pole currently on the calendar. Chaos. So he hasn't done well around here. 3 DNFs of 5 finishes. What? He averages less than 10 points per start at Baku. Maybe it's a confluence of factors. Maybe this is correlation, common causation that the former does not necessarily imply the latter. Maybe that's what we're looking at here. Sometimes stats can lead you astray without context. Of course, you've got to bear in mind he would have won at Baku with the bloody 2021. But for the flipping into, he probably would have won with Danny Rick as well. So maybe he should count 2 wins. Maybe he's not that bad around here, and that Checo Perez being good, flatter to deceive as far as Max Verstappen's ability around him. Maybe the stats have led me astray. I've just clocked. He should really have 2 victories around here. I don't think Max Verstappen's actually that bad. Baku 21, the time with Danny Rick was 2018 or whenever. He probably should have 2 victories around here, shouldn't he? Maybe he's not that bad, chat. But I do remember Checo used to give him trouble around it. Baku's catching even the best drivers out. I mean, the walls are very tight, right? Max on pole isn't that far-fetched, says Umarch. Confluence, Max accident with Danny Rick and a flat tyre. Outlaw, yeah, he should have 2 victories, right? If we're normalising for acts of God, anomalous instances, then maybe Max should have 2 victories around it. I hope we get a P1, but qualifying is different, right? Even still, he hasn't been on pole around here. Max will get pole and win just to prove he can. I hope we get a P1 Charles, P2 Max, or vice versa. Oof. This case, I don't know. Normally I have a hunch, but I'm not sure. Cameron is the next Patreon Discord meet. Andy soon, I promise you. Next weekend. Anytime we do it. I didn't do one last non-race weekend, but things were kicking off. We'll do one next weekend. For everybody that's an elated peddler, when there's a non-race weekend, just do a catch-up, just to sit down, a casual chat. We'll upload it on YouTube, but it'll be only available for members. So now, therefore, would be as good a time to become an elated peddler, a member of the channel if you're not already. If you like the stream. There is merch. Cheeky, sexy black t-shirt, Max Verstappen, super max settings, T-9 minutes and breathe. Says, I can't breathe. This is going to be too chaotic. Safak, you're a legend. Macon, this is a Checo chat. He's not bad around here, is he, Macon? And that's probably what confused us. Me. Oh, I need that jacket that Laura is wearing for my wife. Let's go, Krakasura. I think Leclerc and otherwise Max P1. I think Charles will glow well. I think Charles will go well, particularly by dint of FP2 yesterday. If you use Lewis as a benchmark, I think they'll turn up. Charles' engine. We have droplets of rain. Oh, the humanity. Maybe France at some point. Can't wait for that goated round tables on a disco. It's a good one, isn't it, Krakosaurus? I missed it. It was a pity that I couldn't do it the last non-race weekend, but we'll get it on next weekend for sure. Andy, you're a legend, chap. A legend. A proper legend is Andy. Oh. Can you imagine Max and Charles battling it out 90? Oh my gosh. 2018 Silverstone settings. Oh my gosh. Jamie picks Max Verstappen. Have you seen that? Oh, they've learned it. They've fired it out now, chat. All of a sudden, let's get the Max Verstappen glazing out the way. All of a sudden, over the last 2-3 weeks, something's happened as far as the Max Verstappen narrative. Before, the Abbots of Unreason were doing one of these. No, Max Verstappen's not good enough. It's Abu Dhabi 21. Asterisk settings. He was gifted a championship. He's a fast car merchant. Adrian Newey, you can't do it without a good car if he hasn't got the quickest car. And now all of a sudden, one of these has happened. The evidence has become too vast. Too robust, too frequent. There is a plethora, an orgy of evidence suggesting now that Max Verstappen is, if not the best of all time, definitely one of the best, and he has to be in the conversation. So the Abbots of Unreason can come to the front. Do you know what I mean? Welcome, Damon. Get your feet underneath the table. Do you know what I mean? Like, grab yourself a beverage. We've been expecting you. We didn't anticipate that the Abbot of Unreasoning as far as Max Verstappen and his greatness could go on this long, but you are still welcome. Grab a pew, grab yourself a beverage, get your feet on the table, do you know what I mean? And invest in Max Verstappen BLC and his sporting endeavour par excellence. Welcome. Do you know what I mean? We have been expecting you for some time now. Damon, Nico, Jamie Chadwick, et al. Now everybody's getting on board, and I'm glad. I mean, you can only be an Abbot of a reason in the face of such evidence for so long ago. I'm telling you, I've had those arguments used, all of them since 2016. I've been saying, you've seen that. There's still the video on the channel where I was talking to my good mate Justin, one of my best friends. And I said to him, listen, on the back of 2016, Silverstone, I was like, nobody can drive away from Lewis at Silverstone. No, that has to mean, the F1 maths therefore means that this dude is a little bit different. No, you're talking what are you on about, Cameron? You're rubbish. You're talking nonsense, Cameron. That Max, he's overhyped. Is Max? Well, how about now? T minus 5 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky qualifying session. Thou shalt never bet against Max Verstappen when he's had his Weetabix. Suffice to say, alas, Lewis hasn't mentally recovered from not having the championships, from having the championship stolen from him. I don't hate it, Rob. Peter Windsor said that a gazillion times before. I mean, how could you? Do you know what I mean? How could you? Trauma is trauma. When skeptics don't have any choice to bend and to kneel. All heads must bow, all tongues must confess. This Max Verstappen fella might be the greatest. Might be. We'll have a cheeky qualifying session. F1. That like button, you're a legend. I appreciate you, mate. It's going to get techie here. I'm nervous. T minus 5. Who have you got? Let me know. The poll is still out there. Son Lewis Hamilton. And this isn't to say, because Lewis isn't on the poll, that doesn't mean he's definitely not going to win. But if we're nail poll, excuse me. But if we're talking probability, the most likely, if you run the simulation of qualifying 100 times under these current circumstances, Lewis Hamilton drops it on poll maybe 10% of the time if you're lucky. Maybe 8%. Whereas when you're talking about Lando, you're looking more like 40%. I don't see the poll. Is the poll not up? Bloody Nora Cameron. The poll is up. Bottom right, mate. Tony. Should be there somewhere. Have a look, Joe. 433 of you watching could currently do me a favour and smash the like as we're about to embark T minus 4 minutes away from an Azerbaijan, Baku, round 17 qualifying session, and it promises to be techie. You got Lewis, Andy. Don't, Andy. Do not. Lewis might go and do it. He may well go and do it, but is that the most likely occurrence outcome? I don't think so. 6 kilometres distance, 51 laps, 1 minute 40.203 is your lap record, 27 metres elevation, 366 kilometres per hour maximal velocity. C4, C5, C6 are the tyres that they brought around here, but everybody's banking on mediums because the Sector 2 makes the course so demanding. It's a Jekyll and Hyde type track around here, a very long straight, but Sector 2 is 90 degrees, low minimum speed, medium duration turns. Ergo, there is a tax to be paid as far as your tyres and degradation. Shout out therefore to McLaren MCL 39, the car that degs less than most others, at the altar, of course, of the double brake duct. techier than techie things. Lewis won't beat Lewis. Listen, I've said already at the outset, if Lewis can get within, listen, beating Charles would be perfect. Do you know what I mean? But if Lewis can get within 2 or 3 tenths of Charles' time in Q3, I'll be happy. Words of wisdom from Biden, the world is not lost. Norris, Max, Leclerc and Lewis plus Russell. No OJP. So you've got, to be fair, if you're going to take one person out, I might take, OJP's quick around here though. Don't get deceived by the fact that OJP hasn't showed his hand yet. You know what I mean? Working in foot. You're a legend, Visual. I appreciate you, mate. I put a tenner down at Coral. Did you, Andy? You're braver than me. I mean, you've got decent odds at here. 10 to 1. Get back 100 quid. Plus your £10 stake. I don't hate that. What's this Mumbai? Says Uwatch. I know the humidity is chaos. The gusty wind is changeable. You saw it in FP3 where it was like 10 kilometres from the east. The wind speed we're talking about. And then 5 kilometres from the north. It changes rapidly. And again, if you get the right circumstance plus a cheeky toe and your Charles Leclerc, you've turned up your engine to 12 all of a sudden, then it's going to get techie. Rain drops but still dry enough for stuff. I agree with you, Miami. It's going to, now OJP's got to be up there still. I think once he reveals his hand, I think his pace will be scary. It's one of these, man. Lando looks like the quickest. Take away the pressure cooker of Formula 1 and then Lando Norris drops it on pole, but the pressure bust pipes. OJP's coming this session. Yeah, I think he'll be there. Heavy wind gusts. Go on then, the heavy wind equals rain. Here's the wind. Here's what the wind looks like. Ted Kravitz makes the point. If you're going to give Lando Norris some praise, which you should, great recovery. He's had less time on track, having yeeted it into the barrier during FP2. Yesterday they fixed the car and he's come out and he nailed it. P1, get your bank collapsing 100%. They're all going to come out. Why is Charles in the garage for then? What are we doing? Already Ferrari feel like they've made a misstep, a faux pas, potentially of material consequence. Imagine Charles, after all this promise, doesn't even get through to Q2 because of a cheeky yellow flag. Don't they remember Lando last year didn't get through to Q3 because of a cheeky, inopportune yellow flag? Remember? It's going to be there are going to be yellow flag. Listen, I will be very, very surprised if we go all of these 3 sessions, Q1, 2, 3, without having a yellow flag at critical times or a red, potentially. Not that I wish it on them. Go on then, your circumstance, 10.8 kilometres per hour, excuse me. Wind coming in from the northeast, 27.1 degrees Celsius and 20.9 degrees Celsius. Track and ambient temperatures respectively. Lewis Hamilton gets pole. Gavin, how much money do you want to bet? I'm going to take. It may happen, Gavin. It may happen, but I'll give you very good odds. It might happen. Session on. Go on then. 17-minute session, 18 minutes total. T minus 17 minutes and 30 seconds left till we get ourselves a checkered flag Q1. Q1 only exists to decide who gets the Q2, and likewise Q2 to Q3 marbles. Oh, a session on. Let's go, Rick. I think you want to do. Take it to try. All right, I'm nervous. That's it. Not even Q3, and I'm officially, I've lost my mind already. Let me get some of this Red Bull. Exactly what the doctor did not order, but it feels compulsory at this stage. Do you know what I mean? Mandatory. Mandatory fare that Cameron's drink. I wonder, you know, like Nico Rosberg always takes a picture and then whatever's behind him always ends up being a pivotal part of the race. I wonder if every time that I've drunk Red Bull during Q3, Max has put it on pole. Maybe I need to check that out, don't I? How's Carlos acting? He's the rain predictor, the canary in the mine. Let's go, Clive. He always bets enough to make people nervous, does he? But Michael has big bank. McLaren are just having a strange weekend. Too many mistakes, but they're still quick. Don't get it twisted. That car is rapid. You know what I mean? 500 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like, please. It makes a lot of sense. OJP sabotage. Oh, but which rookie places higher today? Which are the rookies? Don't bet against Isaac Hadjar if you're talking rookies. But Lawson's look quick, eh? So too Behrman, so too Bortoletto. So we're out, we're going. I know, Stefan. Don't out me, Stefan. But that's where it comes from. I can't crack it open. I just never can. I'm such a Neanderthal. Just a bit of a rock ape sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm a simpleton, unevolved. That's why I don't crack this this can open. I can't do it. Okay, Max, let's have you, King, says Z. It's going to get techie. Hulkenberg goes quickest, but nobody's set any laps yet. Just in time. You're a legend, Benzi. A proper legend. I need to get the map out, don't I? Correct. Yellow. Benjamin making a sale. Harry Benjamin, props to him. He's coming of age, isn't he? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think he's coming of age, this Harry Benjamin fella. He's I think he'll be, give him a season and he'll be better than David Croft. He's young. I think Sky Sports F1 are doing a lot of scenario planning. Naomi Schiff goes off to have her baby. In comes Jamie Chadwick. David Croft gets a bit tired, a bit fatigued. In comes Harry Benjamin. Some would say that both of the former should ultimately be superseded, excuse me, by the latter. A lot of movement from that Williams. Can't tell if it's porpoising or just undulated tarmac. I think we'd know if it's porpoising. Correct. They told us. Albon and Jimmy V have been doing all of the press and media. Right? Yuki Q3. Ha, yeah, right. Both. It's always something special having people join from all over the countries, cultures, backgrounds, and yet here we are sharing the same passion for F1. Touche, Jomo, concur, Sir Behrman currently tops your timing sheet. Oh, Nico. First one, nearly inducing a yellow flag, but keeping it on the black stuff on the island. Good afternoon, everyone. It's interesting to only see two teams are going with medium compounds. No, so okay, it's a good shout. Very good shout, Engel. But so here, they'll save their mediums. Generally accepted consensus practice that the mediums will be quickest in Q3. So therefore, you save them, don't you? Which horse do you have your per? I do not know. You man't. You pressed me, mate. Thou shalt not back it. I'm done backing against Max. Charles Leclerc on a tear. Let's go, Charles. Goes purple, set to 1:35.7. That's half a second quicker than anything that Lawson's got just yet. Huh. Just needs to get round, doesn't he, Charles? Keep it out of the barrier and stay away from yellows. Lewis Hamilton, look at this. Do you see this, chat? Lawson goes 42.4, quickest of all. Session today. 35.7 from Charles. 41.0 flat, as near as makes no difference compared to Lewis. Look at this now. Do you see this, chat? They've turned up his engine and he's rapid. 317 kilometers per hour through the speed trap from Charles. He's gone half a second quicker than Lewis through sector 1, and he's gone another half a second through sector 2. Charles Leclerc has the whip hand, ladies and gentlemen. Tops your timing sheets thus far with a 41.9. Oh, the humanity. Lewis goes fourth on a 42.7. Do you remember, chat, when I told you that if Lewis can get within 2 to 3 tenths of Charles around this track, a track around which Charles Leclerc is a specialist, the past five qualifying sessions, including sprints, Charles Leclerc's won 100% of them. He's undefeated, undisputed, as Maximilian Verstappen goes round 2 tenths adrift of Charles Leclerc. There is a yellow flag circumstance, however. He's hoping that Max Verstappen isn't affected by it. 41.0 goes quickest of all through sector 2, a tenth up on Charles, but he goes out, he finishes, ends the lap on a 42.2. Red flag, we got an issue. Albon done. Jeez. It was only a matter of time. Thank God Max Verstappen got his lap in before then, eh? Look at that. Just barely. So who's been left holding the red flag, baby? Oscar Piastri has. Antonelli has. Neither one of them have got laps in. So now all of a sudden they've got their backs against the wall, right? Track hazard. It looks like Alex Albon is done. Gonzo. Make yourself a mistake around here and your session's done. Do you know what I mean? Do you know that the margin for error, the wiggle room around Baku is super fine. It will always take some scalps this session. Some say Alex Albon is back. Oh my gosh, Alex, you're just not even looking at the apex, chap. He didn't misjudge. Well, he did misjudge it, Karim. But he's on the next portion of the corner, isn't he? He's focused on the exit when he hasn't sufficiently navigated the apex. Come on, Alex. I mean, Carlos Sainz, he's looking at you, kid. Currently sits 5th. Your runners and riders, red flag circumstance. Charles Leclerc has the whip hand on a 141.982. That is chaos. Although he's done that on softs, by the way. Max Verstappen's probably got more time. If we understand that the general consensus is that the mediums will be quicker, they will deg less over the course of a very challenging lap. Sector 2, 90 degrees, medium duration turns, low speed, that the mediums will be quicker. Max Verstappen has done his 142 second on your timing sheets on mediums. Charles Leclerc did that 141.9 on softs. Charles Leclerc has the whip hand, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury. Methinks, although there'll be more time in Lando, 142.4. No, Lando must be able to go quicker than that, methinks. Although Lando did say in an interview that last time, at the equivalent fixture this time last year, Ferrari were quickest, even though Oscar Piastri ultimately won the 2024 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Max wanting more padding, his brain's getting wobbled. That's what he said. I didn't hear him. Q3 will be mad. Absolute madness. I feel gutted for him, says Safak. Albon put into the wall already. Indeed, Easy G. Albon's out of procedure, I think, unless they can bloody get the car back and fix it in the next 10 minutes, which I don't think they can. Go on then, in your drop zone currently with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left on the docket. It is a red flag. Alex Albon, DNF. Currently drop zone. Antonelli, Piastri, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Bortoleto. That being said, there is a lot of racing to be done over the next 11 minutes and 33 seconds. Hard for Alex to keep the front end planted when the car's in a flotsam jet. I don't think the car is flotsam and jetsam F1 though, Cracker Sauce. Not anymore. They're doing things. What's the stat? They've scored 86 points in the constructors. 80 something, don't quote me. They've scored 80 something points in the championship this year between them in the constructors. And that's more than they've scored cumulatively over the past 6 seasons. Chaos. Did say the odds for the red flag. You did say, Z. You did say. Always going to happen. Walls are too tight around it. Oh, the humanity it smells. OJP conspiracy thing. This is why Oscar shouldn't have given Lando the position. True. Fair. Now they've put OJP. Oscar will be all right, though. We'll get through. Pressure cooker settings, though. Just a tad. 700 of you in here watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. It's going to get techier than techie things. 800 now. If you are just joining, smash the like. This community drive to survive, to speak to all things F1, to pull at F1 centric threads. I appreciate each and every single one of you to the moon and back. We have ourselves qualifying. We have ourselves a red flag at the altar of Alex Albon. Cheeky mistake of the unforced variety. Check the apex, Alex Albon, before you navigate it, surely. Like Jay-Z, right? Eat your breakfast, mate. Chew your food before you swallow. Surely, Alex, this only makes sense. Why have you got your eyes on the exit before you've navigated the apex? Schoolboy error, if you ask me, I'll be honest with you. Cameron, by the way, those McLaren team orders 1 or 2 races back, to me, that is just match fit disdained. You echo the sentiments of many F1 aficionados. They're inverting for a 5.9 long Lando Norris pit stop. Just felt a little bit like McLaren were being excessive, like they were putting their thumb on the competitive scales. I didn't like it. Leclerc looks fast. Nick Marker, not like we haven't been saying Nick Marker. I liked Paulie D because it wasn't just commentary, it was insight. And I think over the past couple of videos, I've given you enough insight to realise why Charles Leclerc should be the favourite around here, notwithstanding the fact that McLaren have the quickest car, etc., etc. But I mean, here's the important piece. Undefeated, undisputed in qualifying sessions is Charles Leclerc around Azerbaijan over the past 5 instances. Nobody beats that dude in pole to pole, or has done over the past 5 qualifying sessions. mean, that's got to stand for something, eh? Kimi yellow flag, instant noted. Nice Ted's perspective analysis. He's a legend. I think he should be on. They've got to get Ted in there. They've got to involve. They've got to use Ted more. It's a god tier one. I love him a lot. Bias potentially, but I think as far as like your pit lane correspondent, recently done an interview on the James Allen on F1 podcast. By the way, worth a listen. I think you've been my soundtrack. I appreciate you, Robert. I'm trying. I've been way too silent in my behave yourself, Robert. We don't praise. One day when I grow up, I'll be worthy of your guys' praise. Do you know what I mean? But for now, there's work to do. Cameron, get back to work, son. I couldn't afford F1 this season. Correct, Corinne Chan, that you need to get a bank. Alex hit the apex too hard, literally. Yeah, very well done. Very much. Euphemistically speaking, also, I couldn't afford the F1 this season, so I've watched all sessions through your commentary. DJ, I appreciate you, mate, saying that. I do appreciate you. It warms my heart that I can be the soundtrack, the eyes and ears of so many of you. Because it's not cheap, this F1 lark, is it? 90 quid, UK, Skyfall. That's all going to change though, hopefully soon. F1 TV all around the world, notwithstanding exclusive Sky Sports F1 deals in the UK. 2026B will be an interesting season. Really looking forward to that, says Dice. Will it destained? I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. AS Forza, hold your horses for Q3 times. We are still in the high 141s. AS Forza, you like a cheeky timing projection, don't you? I don't hate that. I'm nervous. Let's go, Delaney. Shout out to Delaney and his missus Crackosaurus. It's gonna get techie over here. Leclerc's going for a record for the most poles in a row without winning the. Oh my gosh! I mean, if you're gonna have a conversation about Charles Leclerc's pole conversion, then you've got to talk about Max Verstappen, right? And the dominant. He's born in the wrong era, is Charles. Excuse me. I'd argue if he was born in a different era, maybe 10 years younger, he'd have a couple of championships now. Being honest. F1 TV is quite cheap. Clive, what are we doing? Sky Sports F1, £110. But it's true. When you tack on inflation and incorporate bloody the HD TV. Looking at £1,000 a year, I think that's extortionate. I think that's extortionate. I disagree vehemently with that. I don't think it's on. I think it's unacceptable. Is the FI just reaching in the flag hat and pulling out a colour? No. I hope not, Macon. I mean, blue flag, they've always been the same colour, I think. In the UK, do you guys know? No. So in the UK, so Sky do an exclusive F1 package, but that's like 30 something quid, and once you pay for HD, that's probably another 20 quid, and then there's a basic package that costs you like 40 quid. So once you're all in, it's like, it's chaos. Sky are mad, but people pay it though, Daniel. I've been paying it. 660 if you're watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like, as Cameron needs to blow his nose. Extortionate, Clive. We're mugs. Do you know what I mean? What do we do? Bear with. I'm just going to blow my nose because it's getting on my nerves. Kimi has been noted for a yellow flag infringement, yeah? You're a legend, Alonso. I appreciate that, mate. And I think you're onto something, Alonso, with your VPN suggestion. No, I don't hate it, Alonso. I don't hate it. You're a gangster, mate. Watch, come on. I didn't want for you guys to... I didn't want to indulge you in the indignity of seeing me blow my nose. Copperfield settings, I know. Copperfield and the Statue of Liberty. 700 of you watching could only do me a favour and smash the like. That's all that I ask. If you like the stream, like the stream. Cost of internet packages, the individual, it's chaos. It's chaos. Mate, and I hate it. Cost, especially when some people around the world are choosing heating or eating. It's not fair. It really isn't fair. Go on then. We have to ourselves T minus 9 minutes. And Oscar Piastri still hasn't set himself a time. What are we doing, Oscar? Come on, mate. Get it together, chap. At least he's out on track, thankfully. All right, here we go. And Sonoda-san crosses the line. Let's go. Go on then, Yuki. Rum and honey. You know what, Ray? I appreciate it, mate. I'm not sick. My missus is, though. Everybody's got a cough in this house, apart from me, oddly, this time round. Not that I'm not suffering in other ways, but like, I shouldn't. Antonelli. Go on then, Kimmy. Suck it to him, mate. For the avoidance of doubt, with T minus 8 minutes and 23 seconds remaining, Charles Leclerc has the whip hand on a 41.982. As near as makes no difference, a 42 flat. In the drop zone currently, though, still are Oscar Piastri, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Bortoletto. OJP will need to remedy that in short order. Castle section is chaos, isn't it? I don't hate it. It looks brilliant. People hate this. Not hate, but people think that the track doesn't make for the best racing. Antonelli goes purple in microsectors, as does 35.8 from Kimi Antonelli. 0.3 adrift off the session lead. Bloody Nora. Antonelli's been a bit rough around here. Piastri goes 35.6. 0.2, mate. AJP. Aussie. Oi. What's going on with OJP here? I thought Oscar was a demon around this track. Oh my gosh, Oscar. Oscar's done. It's gone wide. Track infringement. Oscar Piastri. Antonelli up into 10th, but I think there'll be track infringements there. He went so far wide, it was chaos. Only up into 10th, nevertheless. Oscar Piastri goes 41.0. So that's quick in sector 1. He's got his eye in there. Ben Nell, you're a legend. Whoever out of the McLaren drivers wins the WDC will be the weakest champion since 2009. But Ben Nell, you make a point. You know, I don't hate it initially. Initially, I thought you were about. Oh, Lewis Hamilton goes top. What is going on? And red flag again, for Pete's sake. What is going on? Who's crashed? And Max Verstappen, look at that. Max Verstappen had gone purple in sector 2, but now it's red flag. Oh, come on, Hulkenberg. You're too old, mate, to be making these mistakes. Go on, let's have a look at Max Verstappen's time. He was 35. Okay, so he was 1.5 tenths slower than Hamilton. Bloody Nora, we need to dissect that, eh? Hamilton pole, anyone? Wow, that's chaos. Let me look at this now. So go on then, Leclerc. Looking at this Lewis Hamilton time, 0.2, so 1.5 tenth of drift in sector 1 of Lewis. And then, oh my gosh. Lewis Hamilton's lap is weird, isn't it? Super quick. Okay, let's compare Lewis. Let's take a second here. Step back from the F1 wood to see the F1 trees. Lewis tops your timing sheet. What? 41.8. Hang on. He's 1/100th quicker than Charles Leclerc, but it's a topsy-turvy lap. Look at that. So he's taken a 10th on Charles. He's taken a 10th out of Charles Leclerc in sector 1, but he's given him 2.5 tenths back in sector 2. And then he's taken another 2 tenths in sector 3. It's topsy-turvy, this. I don't hate seeing Lewis up there. Make a mug of me, chap. I mean, if you can put it on pole, I'll be loving that, but do you know what I mean? They will come for me. TMM, where you at, chap? Do you know what I mean? This might be your time to take a big victory tour, especially since I didn't even put Lewis in the poll. Will Lewis be the first to defeat Father Time? Too much? Maybe. Saber out there looking like Pinot. Mate, go on then. Let's have a look at Max. Max currently sat in 4th. As versus Lewis, 2/10 or 1.5 tenths adrift in sector 1. But then look at that. Oh my God. In sector 2, Max goes 40.8. So he's nailed. Oh my gosh. Mind you, Lewis has done that lap on softs, and everyone says that mediums are the quicker time. Max goes 40.8 in sector 2. So he gains almost half a second. What? So Max Verstappen was going into sector 3, but I think Max might be onto something here. I want to see for 35 points. Holy smoke, that Max Verstappen lap. No, Lewis has nailed it. Shut up, Cameron. Lewis has smashed it there. That's a proper lap from Lewis. It's a bit weird the way he's gained the time, but I mean, if you're top of the timing sheets, then you're top of the timing sheet. Put some respect on Sir Lewis Hamilton's name, Cameron CC. You're Lewis Hamilton naysayer. However, remember, only the top 15 will go through to Q2. I think the likes of... I think down from Russell need to be a bit wary, don't they? Okay, yellow flag from red. Show me the... Oh, no, Andy. Let's go, Andy. Did you do pole and the win? Or just pole? I think you need to be worried about Max, though, chap. That's my issue. Umanch, if you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, then of course it's time for celebration. Right? That's not a bad lap from Lewis there. Not half. 41.8. I said at the outset, if Lewis can get within 2/10 of Charles Leclerc in Q3, I will be happy. And he's outdone Charles Leclerc there by 1.5 tenths. I mean, you know what I mean? Make a mug of me. Put some respect on Sir Lewis Hamilton's name. Talk to him nicely. However, that Max Verstappen 40.818 through sector 2. Not even land. Look at that Lando. He's cut Lando. Oh no, chat. I think. Let me see. Just hypothetically, let me see Max Verstappen's odds for pole. just if you're playing hypothetical games, chat. Do you know what I mean? Thou shalt not be a betting degenerate. Just if we're playing hypothetical games, I don't even know if you can get in-game odds for F1. Oh, you can't. Look at that. I want to see Max Verstappen's odds, chat. I want Max cooking with mediums. Might be the best. Mediums, I think, are the better tyre. 11th 10. We are T minus 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Cars T sensitive for that envelope. The envelope is gusty. Go on then. Oh my God, look at that wind. 12.6 kilometers an hour coming in from the east. It hasn't changed direction, but the speed changes coming in from the east. So they're going against it on the home straight, aren't they? So you almost, if you want to get a quick time in, you want to be on that start finish straight when the wind is down. 12.6 kilometers per hour, the wind coming in from the east, going against the start finish straight, the longest straight currently on the calendar. 27.9 degrees Celsius, 21.5 degrees Celsius. Track and ambient temperatures respectively. 59% humidity, chaos. How many red flags will we get today? More than one, methinks. Equal to or greater than one, including Alex Albon's. Don't think Hamilton. No, Lewis won't need to go out again. He's nailed it. I'm not worried for Max any position. I'm not worried for Max here. I'm worried for the rest, mate. That's what I'm worried for. Shame that we can't put in a cheeky Max Verstappen bet. Although I think Charles Leclerc's probably got more to give. It's all chaos. That is 40.8 from Max in sector 2. I wonder if he can do that again. 5-2, Andy. Fudge. What do you reckon, Andy? Five to 2, 2/7. That's 28%, chap. So his odds have gotten ever so slightly worse. I don't know, Andy. I don't know, chap. If I were not streaming, set Z at Z to get 7-1 is delicious. 40.8, insane, Umanch. So go on, who's gotten quicker? So that's 0.2 quicker than the next best, right, in OJP. Okay, problems, chat. Here's the problem. If Max Verstappen can do that through Sector 2, where the Red Bull's supposed to be weakest, Sector 2 is the 90-degree piece, right? Turns 12, 10, 9, 8, 11. Behave yourself, Andy. Where are you getting those odds, mate? I'm seeing Max and Charles as the current favourites. As well they might be. I'm seeing 3-1. I mean, it's a toss-up between Charles. I don't hate those odds. I think the bookmakers. I mean, they know not to put Max as like 17-1, like he was at in Suzuka. Yeah, that sounds about right, I think. Fudge. Mate. I think the mediums are quicker, much. Yeah, and Antonelli, excuse me. Antonelli went wide, plus 290 for Max. Fudge. The problem is it's between Max and Charlo. They look like they've got the... Excuse me. I'd rather bet on the stock market. I don't hate that, Arta. A bit of United Health. QQQ. Google. Amazon. Microsoft. Nvidia. Looks windy. It is indeed windy. Not so windy as it was. 8.6 kilometers per hour going through. So it'll get quicker. If it's coming in from the east, then it's track evolution, right? If the wind stays wet, 11.2, it's just all over the shop. We are T-minus 4 minutes remaining. Currently in the drop zone, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Alex Albon, and Lance Stroll. They're your 20th to 16th place positions. F1, Oscar for pole. You guys are kidding me. What are the odds of Kimi causing another red? I couldn't tell you, Venadir. I'll take those. Wind, by the way, 11.2 kilometers per hour coming in from the east, right down the bloody start-finish straight. Oh, the humanity. It's going to get techie. Do me a favour, chat. If you like the stream, then like the stream. I'm about to lose my mind here. Max is a napalm breathing chaos dragon. F1 Jesus, I concur. Carlo Pinto surprisingly ahead of Gasly to this point. To this point is the pertinent bit. Bearing in mind, big yellow flag or red flag by dint of Alex Albon. 900 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smahoosh the like. We have T-minus 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the docket. And Sir Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton has the whip hand on a 41.821 medium to low downforced wing setup from Sir Lewis. He's making it work, eh? 320 kilometers per hour through the speed trap. 319 for Charles Leclerc. What's going on? I thought Charles Leclerc was going to turn up his engine to 12 and then put paid to Sir Lewis, although it was a bit techie. The laps are all over the shop, aren't they? The way that Sir Lewis has gained that speed. But ultimately, if you put it on pole, provisional, if indeed such a thing exists in Q1, then you put it on pole. MBF for Chief F1. Yeah, facts I'm alluding to Kimi. Go on then. Kimi Antonelli on board with the fella. Currently, last of all, having not set a lap time under the aegis of a cheeky track infringement. It would have been in 10th. Go on then, Kimi. 36.0. Half a tenth off already. Running 42.3. Oh, he's got to get a move on, hasn't he? 42.3. But he's on the mediums. 42.3. He loses another half a tenth, mate, in sector 2. He might be struggling here. And he's got traffic. Go on, Kimmy. Get moving, chap. That's not bad. Sector 2 is only half a second adrift now. 42.3. So he'll be dropping around Sonoda territory if he carries on. Go on then, Kimmy. 42.3, 42.4. Oh, go on, Kimmy. Sector 3. He's nailing his sector 3. Let's go, Kimmy Antonelli. Do you know what I mean? Vamonos. He'll be dropping in right around 42.3 territory. Let's go, Kimi Antonelli. Drops in at 6. Gets it done, mate. Come off that. I like that a lot from Kimi Antonelli because he's had his back against the wall. Toto, the boy who cried with me, saying, oh, it's underperforming. It wasn't a great... Stick it to them, Kimi Antonelli. Make Toto, the boy who cried, make a decision. Oh, my goodness. Lando Norris goes 41.3. Okay. Copy. As Max Verstappen goes second. He didn't get that sector 2 in again, did he? 41.3. Bloody Nora. Both the first and second place men have laps that start with 41.3. 1/100th. Oof. It's tight. I'll tell you what, if Max can get in another 40.8 in sector 2, that's the pick to click. You're a legend, Jomo. I appreciate you, mate. If you want to become a member of the channel, then you know what to do. Get yourself access to the Discord and priority in the chat. Russell, Watt, 4th, 41.6. Don't hate that. So go on then. Finally, T-minus 45 seconds on the docket. Currently in the drop zone. 16th, Hajar, Stroll, Albon, Bortoletto, Nico Hulkenberg. It's going to get techie here as Isaac Hajar's about to cross the line, yeah? Where's he gone? Go on, Isaac. Can you do something here? I've predicted you, mate. I've got you. Oof! Isaac Hajar up into 5th. Don't hate that. Come off the man. Puts Liam Lawson in his position, right? Back down to 9th. Up into 11th. Bortoletto. Currently in the drop zone. Albon's gone. Stroll's still doing a lap, though. Stroll doing a lap. Gasly's doing a lap. Oh, the humanity. Lance Stroll up to 8th. Let's go. Don't hate that. Over to you, Fernando Alonso, who historically goes well around here. Never beaten by a teammate in qualifying. 42.2 up into 9th. Still in the drop zone. Is Colapinto still lapping? Colapinto, Hulkenberg, Ocon and Gasly. Oh, the humanity. Red flag. Ah, they're all gone. That's it, chat. Colapinto's gone, Hulkenberg's gone, Ocon's gone, Gasly gone. Pierre Gasly, red flag. Bless him. Bless him. It's done. And breathe. Isaac Hajar, come after hour, come after man. Do you know what I mean? Salavi. Cest. You're such a carpe diem, Cameron. Get your proverbs in the right order, chap. Crash Pinto with 20 points turn. 3 reds thus far, says Mummy. Vanadere says, I told you. Not a bad peddler. Bloody Nora Franco. Saw the rookies in it. 1,100 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like if you could be so kind. Oof. Oof. Bloody Nora. What is this? What is this? This is chaos. Who are you, Destruction Derby? And what have you done with my F1? What are we doing? Oscar now 7-1. I wouldn't do Oscar, and he's brilliant around there. He is good. Maybe he's just hiding his lap time light underneath a bush, or maybe had to be an Argentine. Arthur, don't do it. don't do it. We can't typecast on here. Although Maradona wasn't bad himself. Gasly did so well last year. What happened? Don't know, mate. Messi. Go on then. Those who have dropped out, again, for the avoidance of doubt, in Q1. Colapinto, gone. Hulkenberg, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, all gone. All gone. Detro, you're a legend. You're always on time, Detro. Briatore should be banned from F1. He's a bit of a disgrace. And he was banned and then they overturned it. Crashgate Central. He was banned for life, wasn't he? And then all of a sudden they said, you know what? No, ban, lifetime ban. I can't see it. What did you do? Crashgate? I don't understand. I don't see. No hablo inglés. No hablo inglés. It's about to get techie, sis. I'm telling you, sis. It's going to get very techie. 900 of you watching currently, do me a favor and smash the like. It matters. It helps more than you might realize. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Do it now. Crash Pinto is getting drop kicked in the chair. Let's go, Easy G. But Fabio Briatore said he's settled. That it's between Colapinto and one other, Port Arons maybe. Nervous chat as we go on a break. Do me a favour. If you want to join the channel, you know what to do. There's a join button somewhere bottom left. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Vote. Let me know who's going to be on poll. Did I do the right thing by taking Lewis Hamilton off there? Well, according to the bookmakers' odds now, I was barking up the right tree, mate. It's Max and it's Charles. Those two are the favourites. Shortly thereafter, bloody Norwich changing by the second here. This is chaos. Max, Lando, Charles, Oscar, them there are your favourites. Lewis Hamilton is a fourth favourite, a distant fourth favourite. George Russell is your fifth favourite. Everything's changing by the second. The Overton window that is Formula One changes by the millisecond. Now doing, did it get enough time? I don't hate that. Changed my mind. Bloody Nora Vanadir. I promise I wouldn't get political, but I understand the pointed insinuation there. Changed my mind. It's chaos, chat. The world in which we live is a madness. R.I.P. the one that they call Charlie, irrespective of what you think of him. If I were Colapinto, I would walk to the airport with my helmet on, fly to Argentina and never come back. Behave yourself, Neil. He's not been great, but I mean, he's still got apparently he's still in the running. My 8-year-old wants to watch Gabba Gabba. I don't know what that is, Crackosaurus. I don't know what that is, mate. Bortoletto keeps on beating his veteran teammate. He's not doing too badly. Nico Hulkenberg is no slouch. For the avoidance of doubt, lest we forget. Can Colapinto's checkbook save him? I'm not so sure. 10 million a year. I mean, it's plenty, but I don't know if it's enough. Hello, Drogovic, you busy? Formally, he's signed his contract. You ever come into Oz? Ben, now you're too kind in the first instance, and then in the second, at some point, I've got a really, really good friend over there, the legend that is Harry B, and him and his family need a cheeky visit. But it's 200,000 miles, isn't it? And it's 24 hours. Oh, at some point, Ben, now. South Acura legend, 900 viewers, 300 likes. That ratio is not good enough, is it? Do me a favour if you're brand new over here, like the stream. If you like the stream, we have ourselves Q1 in the books. And some notable casualties. Euphemistically speaking, Colapinto gone, DNF, Hulkenberg gone, Ocon gone, Pierre Gasly gone, Alex Albon gone, DNF settings in the barrier. Oof. This is a sippy cup. No, I don't crack it all the way. I've told this story before. Back in the day at my old secondary school, they were very draconian. Shout out King Edward's Aston Grammar School, the 6th grammar school for boys. Draconian. We couldn't wear our bags over our backs, and nor could we drink in class. How very, can you imagine? No drinking in class. What sort of inhospitable conditions were those? So what we used to do to get around that is take cans in, but not crack them entirely. And as a homage to my secondary school days, 11 years old to 18 years old, I still do it. For some reason in my mind, the drink just tastes nicer. Of course it doesn't. It's all in my mind. But I am an underdeveloped Neanderthal man. Detro wasn't late. He just took his time. Cheeky. Let's go, Tony. Detro's never late. Do you know what I mean? Always on time like a Shanty and Jorrel. Who's next to me? Our friend the war. Z, I don't know. If you look at it, Colapinto, You got to pick one of the rookies. But the next, maybe Lawson. I don't know. Lawson or Stroll or Sonoda-san. Maybe I don't know. The irony of Doohan's downfall of his F1 career was getting the seat at the start of 25 if they picked Colapinto first. 100%. Tassie. 100%. But Doohan wasn't doing too well, was he? Is the point. Why do you think Sainz is struggling? I think he's just yet to acclimatise to the circumstance. Not an easy car to drive. Biggest name out of Q2. Mate, it's techie that. George says, yo, Gabba Gabba is a kid show in the US. It's Elise's favourite. Is your daughter called it? I love that, mate. I've got a friend who's also called his daughter Elise. Shout out, Dwayne. Love that. Elise is not a bad name, nor is it a bad car. Just spend a second thinking about life built on $1 billion that requires you to drive 2 miles and you can lose by 9,000 for it. I know. So the weird and wacky world that is the F that wonks. F1. The only reason why I say F1, for those that are new to the channel, the ticker on the NASDAQ, if indeed you wanted to invest in the sport, the brand, the franchise that is F1, F1, I issue not, FWONK, that's the ticker. Inspired. Couldn't write it, they wouldn't believe you. 900 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. It is indeed windy as hell. 6.8 kilometres per hour coming in from the east, straight down the start finish straight, but the opposite way. Album with it, so you see the F that wonks. It's pretty. I'm going to smash them. Merch coming out soon, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Lando tops the timing sheets Q1. Or that Q3 is going to be mayhem, I'm telling you. Who have you got, chat? Let me know. Did we start a new vote? Because we have new information. 44% of you think Max. Charles 26% only. 18% Lando. Oscar gets overlooked on 12%. Oh, the humanity. Gen X Boomer F wonk onk. Telling you. You can't write it. 900 of you in the chat concurrently, do me a favour, smash the like. If you want to become a member, you know what to do. Colapinto doesn't need Carlos Slim but Musk to support his big bank. Richest man in the world et al. The company is here today. I feel so blessed. Crackosaurus, you're a legend. I love you all. Crackosaurus, don't bring a grown man to tears, mate. It's too soon. Forward PE 50, no thanks. Is the PE ratio of F1 50? Behave yourself, surely not. BOB, where are you getting those stats from? Surely not. You know a bunch of the songs as well. Are Saudis going to buy F1? Asking for a friend, Oakley says. I mean, the backstory to that is that MBS said it was too expensive, right, when his Saudi mates were sniffing around the potential F1 acquisition. What is the info? I just tuned in, fame. The info is that Ferraris look super quick. Lewis Hamilton is up there fighting. Lando Norris has come alive. Son's pressurised circumstances of Formula 1. I think Lando would do it. However, needing to do it at the right time, execute in Q3, I think that leans into a Maximilian Verstappen, Charles Leclerc battle potentially, lest we forget. Really bloody no BOB. I fancy the cheeky investment. Tell you what's not overpriced though, BOB, United Health, irrespective of the moral hazard of investing in such a company. I'm tempted. If I had such a scam, wouldn't go near it. Maybe. Problem is, I just think F1's in order, but I know you shouldn't invest based upon what's happened. That past performance isn't indicative of any future performance or gains. 1,000 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour, smash the like. Smash the like. We're about to embark on an all-important Q2. Q2, of course, only exists so that these drivers can get into Q3. 15 will compete, 10 will make it through. Interested to see Oscar going on the softs. True. Ferrari Planko will screw them in the race 100%, but sometimes you just got to get in, right? Sometimes, if you're Charles Leclerc, you just want to be in and around. You'd almost rather get disqualified because of excessive plank wear, running the car too low, than drive a slow car. That was his point of contention a couple of races back, right? When they put tyres on that were too bloody pressurised with a view to not get disqualified. A tear genuine. I just started playing guitar. Bloody Nora Crackosaurus. You guys are multifaceted talent. I wish I could play an instrument. 900 of you watching could currently do me a favour. Smash the like. Cecily, we're getting there, Cecily. Cecily. Correct me. I always say Cecily. My uncle is Uncle Cecil. Cecily. I stand corrected. Baku actually looks like a cool race to go to. 100%, Arthur, I don't disagree. No one counted him out. What is the season? What is the reason for that? I have no idea. They just take a couple of minutes between Q1 and Q2. Baku does look beatable. Not too far from us. Caroline. It's perfect. It is perfect. I'd like to see Norris and Verstappen front row tomorrow. Oof. Lando wasn't ready in the Kevin Hart voice. Gonna make scrambled eggs and beans. King of nuts. I don't hate that. A nutritious breakfast. Delicious. You're a legend, Nicola. Do me a favour. Like, subscribe. It means much more than you might realise. Especially that like. So in fact, if you like the stream, then like the stream. It is indeed. See, you're about to get techie. Macon, you're a legend. Go on and lock in, chat. Look at my shoulders all getting to, oh my gosh. What odds will you give me for Max to qualify fourth? It's a random one. How do you price that, Nick? I don't like doing these weird variables. Max to qualify fourth. Behind whom? Retro sounds good. How long have you been at the guitar? You guys are proper guitar guys. Scrambled eggs with heavy cream. Ugh. Isaac done did it, marked it a bit. Go on then. Let's have a gander. We have ourselves a cheeky Q2. What's going on with Isaac round here? Yeah, it's going to be congested. Look at the bloody flag on the bottom left of your screen. Everybody realises the reason why it's so chaotic because this very session Q2 last year put paid to the challenge of Lando Norris. It was too congested. There will for sure be a yellow flag. I'll be damned if there isn't. And you want to make sure that you get a cheeky banker so that you don't fall victim of a cheeky yellow or red. Carlos Sainz early on, going hard. First man round. Behrman follows him shortly thereafter. Let's have a go. Who's coming after? It's Lawson. The McLaren guys are far down the track. Why have they done this again? Why are McLaren like second last coming round? If anybody's going to fall victim of a yellow flag, surely it will be them. Although you don't know where on the track. It's a good name, Cecile. It's a very good name. Go on then, Charles Leclerc starts his lap. Go on then, Charles. 35.8 from Carlos Sainz is your benchmark set to 1. I don't like the way these McLarens are last round. Why would you want to be last round? Help me understand this. Surely then, okay, so track evolution, yes. Look at this, Behrman. So where's Behrman stopped? So look at this. So the McLarens are screwed already. Anybody that's behind Behrman is finished. Yellow flag. Why are the McLarens? Why do they always do this? Red flag. They're lucky. Flipping Nora. Why do they do that? Don't they learn? Insane, chat. T-11 minutes. Don't be last out on the track, please. There is no point. There is just no point. Although they get to go in the pits for free and save themselves a lap. That makes sense. Lucky. Indeed, red flag already, John. Under the aegis of a cheeky Ollie Behrman. I mean, has he even made a mistake there? Just looks like reliability, surely. reminiscent. Look at him walking down. Anytime I see that picture, Saudi Arabia 21, that's Verstappen. I think that's reliability, you know. I know he's touched the barrier and then he's just parked here. Just the rear. Just a bit premature on the throttle, chap. If he doesn't have an oversteer instance there, I reckon he'd have been alright. Very similar. Saudi Arabia 21, eh? It's so boring, red flags all the time. Flotsam and Jetsam, QUALI Bismarck says, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Did you hear Karun say crash out? Great personality, Ali's mom. 1,000 of you watching Kokori, do me a favour and smash the like. This is a rookie graveyard. I know they're all getting destroyed, aren't they? Colapinto, Albon. Not that Albon's a rookie, but whatever. Colapinto, Albon, Behrman. Who's next? Who's the next casualty that Baku takes? Who's next? Way to hold up Q2. Technically, if you wait at the last second, you can gain a second or two. But here, it's crazy. You can get taken out of quite. It's not worth it. Go out first. You have to be. It's not worth it. We have ourselves 11 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Charles Leclerc says the sun's really annoying. Oof. Bear Rug is over. He's quick though. He just makes a lot of mistakes, as always done throughout his career. Oh my gosh, this qualifying is long, says Umach. Way to hold up Q2. I agree with all of you guys. I'd like a smoother qualifying. But it's jeopardy and it's circumstance and it's Q3 is going to be mad. That's all that I know. It is going to be long mad qualifying is good, but flags are bad, boring even. I agree with you. If you like the stream, you know what to do already. Then like the stream. Leclerc complained about the low, said he did indeed. Rick, I'm keen to see what the odds are saying. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen. Everybody's betting on Max. Oh dear. Max Verstappen's odds are coming in because people are betting on him. But yeah, and still, Lando Norris is your favourite. Charles Leclerc is your second favourite. Joint second favourite with Max Verstappen. Piastri third favourite, excuse me. Lewis Hamilton fourth on 14-1. Andy, how are you feeling, chap? It's going to be chaos, this. I'm nervous. I can't go. Restart. Q2 will restart in T-3 minutes. Black visor for Charles then. Initial D settings. If McLaren boys crash out, I just think they're going to go out last again, aren't they? Watch this. If they're so stupid as to go out last, I'm like, well, you're asking for it. My friend always tells me that God will protect you, but the second that you knowingly enter the face of danger, God will leave your side. If Oscar and Lando come round this track last, if they enter the track last this time, I think they deserve everything that they're going to get. McLaren are stupidly stubborn in that sense. If they do that, because they were very. I do love it, Max. They were very lucky. I got Max at 5-2. Oof, Andy, I don't hate it, mate. But when you're already on Lewis, it's a double bet. Breathe, Cam. It's gonna. I have Thundera. I cannot breathe. That's the one thing. I feel like Liam Lawson when he was talking about what does he need to continue as a Red Bull racing driver, and he said the only thing that I need is the one thing that I do not have: time. Is it not a bad quote? Is it, Umach? It's a brilliant quote that I'll never forget when my friend said that and looked at me. I relayed it to him again the other day, and he told me that he never said that to me. It's like, I'll never forget the second that you said that to me. If you knowingly enter the face of danger, God leaves your side. Insane. Brave or break, there's no way. I'm saying Piastri will DNF, behave. Surely not. The gamesmanship this next 12 minutes will get mental. Just get out, set your time and be done. Come on, McLaren, you've got the quickest car, surely. Lando said that he didn't have the quickest car last year. I think he'll be there or thereabouts. Say it again, please, JTL. So my friend told me, God will protect you, but the second that you knowingly enter the face of danger, God leaves your side. If you make a stupid decision, it's on you, isn't it? You knowingly enter the face of danger, God will leave your side. Chaos. It's a brilliant phrase, that. Do you know what I mean? You've got to take some responsibility for yourself. And so, parlay that into this circumstance in Q2. If McLaren do what they did last time round and are last out around this track, they deserve the yellow flag almost. I'm rooting for it. I'm almost rooting for it. I won't comment on any DNFing because it always backfires. And I missed my bet on Max at Monza, so I did it just thinking, Andy, you want to bet? I tell you what. And again, I'm not encouraging any new betting degenerates, but Andy, the problem, I think they're on to Max now. For a while there, like the first third of the season, because the RB21 was struggling so much, the odds on Max were for pole. If I recall, Suzuka pole was 18-1. That, Andy, is insane. Do you know what I mean? Anytime they've got Max in and around 10-1, it's like, well, just, do you know what I mean? It's almost a no-brainer. So Ferrari are coming out first, eh? Where are McLaren? Are they doing this again? Oh my God, they are so stupid. They are really stubborn and stupid. I want somebody to tell me the logic behind them. Are they here to save tyres, or are they here to qualify, make sure that their passage through to Q3 is as smooth as possible? Is the track too narrow for these cars? Potentially. But I mean, with F1 comes risk, eh? I was watching Hill the other day, the documentary. Andy, chaos, I don't believe. By the way, it's J-Tool. Sorry, J-Tool. J-Tool. Apologies, mate. I'll remember that next time, I promise. Please, no more red flags. 800 if you're watching good currently. If you like the stream, then like the stream. We are to send them out last. Do you see this, chat? They've sent McLaren out last. What's the strategy? Somebody tell me what the strategy is. Why? Have they not learned? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm almost hoping, so they're last but one. The Mercedes guys have gone out last. Track evolution, I get it, but bloody don't be overweight track evolution. I'll be hitting that join on the 25th. Let's go, J-Tool. I appreciate you. You're a legend. Charles has fluffed it. Say it's not so. I don't know about that. No, Charles will be all right. Okay, Charles comes through the start-finish. I think Charles will do all right here. But to be fair to Charles, the headwind down that start-finish straight. Yellow flag already. What the fudge? Leclerc has fudged it. Bloody no. Come on, Charles. Yellow flag, but they'll be all right. The ones following, and Charles should be all right because he's got another time to just trundle around, mate, and get yourself another lap in. Currently, nobody's set a time, and there's only 9 minutes left on the docket and 30 seconds. What are we doing, Charles Leclerc, modern day Jean Lazy? Come on, Charles, you're a gangster around this track. Do you know what I mean? Undefeated, undisputed in qualifying at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix over the last 5 instances, including sprint races. Come on, Charles. Come after hour, come after man. Modern day Sean. Go on then, Max Verstappen. There's look how Max Verstappen has played his way on the softs, by the way. So go on, the only bods on the mediums: Leclerc, Alonso, Sainz, Behrman, Russell, Antonelli. It's almost split 50-50 as far as soft and medium compound runners, eh? Hajar goes quickest of all through set to 1. Bloody Nora, and Isaac Hajar's it's his first time around this track, Isaac. Look at him threading the needle. Go on, Isaac. I do not hate this from this fella. Oh my gosh. Charles Leclerc just cruising round. He's going to have to go again, isn't he? But now he's going to have to navigate the traffic, bless him. Oh, hit the like, says Crackosaurus. You're a legend. J-Tool. Ferrari have nothing to lose here. Going all out. No, but Charles messed. Oh yeah, he might have. Bloody Nora. Go on then. Up. Bortoletto tops your timing sheet by dint of the fact that he's the first one round. Lewis, oh yeah, look at Lewis. Lewis's sector one was bad. Can you imagine if Charles Leclerc impeded Lewis, excuse me. Oh my gosh. So now they're in the hands of the gods, eh? T-minus 7 minutes to go. And Lewis, nobody's done anything proper. Go on then. Piastri goes quickest of all in sector one. But they don't need a yellow flag right here. Oscar and Lando. 41.1 going through sector two from Oscar. Oscar, thinks he's about to go top by the tune of 0.3, 0.2. Maybe it's going to be close. He's nailed sector one, hasn't he? That's his. Antonelli goes quickest through sector two. Short corner driver, 41.3. Oscar goes second. And there's yellow flag, chat. Flipping Nora. Oscar Piastri just gets through. Russell goes into second on a 41.4. By the way, George Russell was 40-1 to put it on pole. For you betting degenerates out there, again, don't bet if you're not already a better. Antonelli goes up to third. Sector 2, God tier short corner driver. Look at that. Shout out to Peter D. Windsor. Go on then. All eyes on Hamilton. So Leclerc looks like, oh my gosh, Charles Leclerc's coming to the pits. Flipping Nora. That's destroyed everybody's momentum, hasn't it, from Charles? Where's Max? Okay, so Max is on sector one. Let's go. Max, and then offering up OJ Pietro, but OJP's already done his stuff. Go on then, Max. Here we go. Maximilian Verstappen. Charles Leclerc 50. What's going on with Charles? Messy session from Charles again. 35.5 from Max Verstappen. A 10th. There we go. Lewis Hamilton gets up into 8th, but that might not be enough. Remember, only the top 10 go through. Lewis Hamilton. Oh, I don't know if that's going to be enough from Lewis. I hope so. Andy, tell me how you're feeling now, chap. It's getting a bit techie, isn't it? Go on then, Max Verstappen, 35.5. There's a 10th adrift of the session lead going through sector one, which belongs, of course, to Lando Norris on a 141.3. 41.1 for Max. He's excuse me, I'm reading out Sonoda's time. 40.8 from Max through sector 2. So he's a 10th adrift. He needs to make back up a 10th if he's going to go pole. And he will want to, won't he? Because he's Max Verstappen. He's going green microsectors. And Sonoda-san goes up to 8th. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Max Verstappen goes purple microsector, end of sector 2. He's going to be close here, Max Verstappen, to the 41.4. 41.446. Oh, he's in there. He's there or thereabouts, easy G. Do you know what I mean? What's that? 5/100ths between Max and the session leading Lando Norris. I think it's going to get techie. Just applying enough pressure to Lando Norris. Do you know what I mean? Just enough. Just enough. Currently in the drop zone, Charles Leclerc, and he's gone purple. What's going on with Charles? What's going on? This is nonsense. Charles Leclerc's getting in yellow microsectors. All right then, Charles. If you want to seize defeat from the jaws no more of victory, then you crack on, chap. Modern day journalazy. Go on, and currently runners and riders in the drop zone with T-minus 4 minutes and 20 seconds left around the track where there's always a cheeky yellow flag, particularly in the dying embers of a session. Charles Leclerc is currently in the drop zone. He had been the favourite to drop it on pole by dint of the fact that he's undefeated, undisputed around here over the past 5 qualifying sessions. What are we doing then? Currently in the drop zone, Lance Stroll, Bortoletto, Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc, aka Modern Day Journalazy, and Ollie Behrman. What are we doing here? Alright, so Charles Leclerc's got one shot of love here now. That's it. He's on brand new. Okay, so he's on his outlap on mediums. You just don't want to find yourself in this circumstance, right? If you're Ferrari, why would you be here? Okay, there was a yellow flag, but then they've bloody messed it. Like, what are we doing here? This is nonsense. And everybody's going to go quicker. The track is evolving. That's always the story around street circuits. I am stupid. It's just an incident of the race. Charles Leclerc. You're not worried, Andy? I am, chap. Do you remember last year, Andy? Lando Norris found himself in a similar position and he went to go and nail his lap and he was doing purple sector 1, sector 2 and then a yellow flag came out. So now they've put it in the hands of the racing gods. Do you know what I mean? Lewis Hamilton goes through 1/10 adrift in sector 1. And more than 1/10. What are they talking about? These metrics aren't true on Sky Sports F1. 35. Let's say it's okay. So they're going against Lewis's previous best. Why? Give me the interval versus the session lead. T minus 2 minutes left, and Lewis Hamilton's gone round to 35.7. That would put him next to Lawson. Gonna have to go quicker here, Lewis. Do you know what I mean? 41.3. Oh my gosh, I do not like this. 3/10, and then half 0.8. So he's going to go 42 here, Lewis. He's not careful. High 41s or low 42s. Get moving, Lewis. There we go, Andy. Look at this. I just didn't. T minus 2 minutes on the docket. Has Lewis got time enough to go in there and put new tyres on and go back out again? Charles Leclerc going purple here. 40.7. 35.7 from Charles Leclerc through sector 1. So he's 3/10 adrift, but he's gone purple sector 2. So he should be all right. 3/10 adrift. He's gonna go 41.6, 41.7 maybe, so long as he nails everything in set. But he's on it. Look at that. That's how the lap's supposed to look. There we go. 41.5 from Charlie's 3. In the drop zone, then you have Sonoda-san, you have Lewis Hamilton, Stroll, Bortoleto, and Behrman. Unbelievable, chat. Do you see this bloody nonsense? Why is Lewis even here? This is so stupid. I got to blame for. Okay, so Lewis should be able to put in that lap there. I get it. I said that if Lewis was within 3/10 of Charles Leclerc, then I'd be happy. Look at that. He's like 0.6 adrift. What are we doing? For crying out loud, Hassan. Like nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Why did they put Lewis Hamilton in that position? Charles Leclerc flops it and then it's just error after error. It's nonsense. Lewis forgot his... Oh my gosh, BC, it's too soon. Charles did get very lucky there, to be fair to him. But I mean, come off that. You've got to deliver it. Can you imagine if there'd been a yellow flag as he turned the last... Just as he navigated the final turn? Oscar Piastri, second fastest on a 41.4 soft compound tyres, by the way. Everybody else in the top 10 on mediums, apart from OJP. I think he's saving then. And why was Lewis on soft compound tyres as if he's got... What's he saving mediums for? He's not even in Q3 now. What's the point? 100 million, Luke. What's the point, man? Unbelievable. J-Tool, it's chaos, that. I'm really, really angry. Not necessarily at Lewis, but at Ferrari and the bloody circumstance. Charles messes up the first lap and then... Like, what's the... Yeah, Luke, what do you want about Harry was never going to do it? Andy, chaos, chap. TWM, listen to me. Whoever said put Lewis on the pole, vote. Not just for, this isn't Mercedes again. Do you know what I mean? He's not in the black overalls. He's fighting not just the car, but the bloody ineptitude of Ferrari and the bloody circumstance, the track he doesn't like. There's too many things, chat, as far as Lewis didn't make it. The first lap got hindered by Charles because Charles flopped it and was in the bloody runoff area. And so Lewis, if anybody needed a banker lap, as Max Verstappen, look at this, he's going to take the mick around here. Max Verstappen goes 40.7. He's about to go quickest here, 45. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen is a 10th up, and then he's 2/10, and then he's gone fastest. Max Verstappen a 10th and a half. Have some of that, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury. Do you know what I mean? That's chaos. Max Verstappen, 41.2 on mediums then. Do you remember he nailed it on the sauce before as a warning sign, harbinger of the apocalypse? Now look. And then we get the picture of Lewis magic button. Bloody Nora BC, don't do it, mate. 1,400 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. Lewis Hamilton is in the pits, out in Q2. What are we doing? What's the point? Sadness. Really, really sadness. I feel like, listen, I want to blame Lewis there. And he's got to take some culpability, of course, as a percentage of the whole, of course. But circumstances there. If he'd have got his banker lap in there and Charles hadn't bloody... Anyway, whatever. whatever. Lewis for pole. Imagine, Nick. Remember when they told me to put Lewis on the pole for pole? No. We'll never ever sacrifice truth value nor objectivity at the altar of any partisanship. Not Lewis Hamilton, not anybody's. Wait, what the fudge? What are you seeing? Lewis Hamilton's got he's in the pits. He's out in Q2. Again, 6-7 tenths adrift of Charles Leclerc in Q2. Didn't manage to get, that's Ferrari's fault. Kind of, but he's still got the opportunity to go and nail the lap. Hamilton just cost Ferrari the second place in the championship. I don't know about that, Wiz. I don't know about that. Imagine Charles hits that barrier just a bit harder. But he failed first. Oh, I'm fuming. I'm vexed. I'm fuming. I've had it up to here. Tribe Called Quest settings. I'm done. That's annoyed me. You just see that. The joke is I thought it was going to be McLaren because they'd sent their bods out last. Oh, no. Really angry. 1,200 of you watching could currently do me a favour and smash the like. I'm vexed. I'm fuming. I've had it up to here. Ferrari, Andy, I get you. That's the lead-in, but that's not the whole story because Lewis still had the opportunity to go and bang out a lap. Lewis of 2020, Andy. You don't think 2020 Lewis Hamilton goes and bangs that lap out? You know how many times Mercedes would put him in them stupid positions and then irrespective, almost because of the rage that comes with the ineptitude, not despite it, Lewis would go out and nail the lap. You know what I mean? They'd put him on the wrong bloody tyres and then he'd go and do it again. It's different now though, he's 40 and whatever, do you know what I mean? Let it go, Lewis, let it go. Oh, Robert. Not Lewis's fault. But Lewis pole from the team, it was something else. Lewis was something else. Ben now, that's insane. And breathe. We're a couple of minutes away from a cheeky Q3, which, by the way, is going to be chaos. Fair play to Charles. I tell you what, Charles did what Lewis used to do. Rescue victory from the jaws no mores of defeat. You would have, wouldn't? Yeah, but it's not 2020, Richard. You are right. I stand corrected, mate. You are right. But therein lies the problem, right? Depression, Milton. It's too sad. Who is that Lewis fella about whom you speak? Unrecognisable there. Sad times. Whatever. Just shows how much sandbagging Ferrari we're doing in practice. So Lewis chose the softs and Charles chose the high. No. So what happened in the end is that Charles did that last time on mediums, but they had Lewis out on everybody in the top 10, yeah? Everybody in the top 10, apart from Piastri, had done their quickest time on mediums. Ferrari had Lewis out there on softs. As if we needed to save tyres for some... Max wrapped up back it. Mate, maybe. Max ain't got it every track. The point is this, F1 Jesus. If there is a track around which Max Verstappen is not quickest, not guaranteed blockbuster, it is Baku. That's the truth. Okay, so he could have had 2 wins around there. The bloody tyre issue. Oh, Lewis is fuming. Look at that. Look at the way he takes off his gloves. Lewis is fuming. No, you don't want to hear the radio replay much. There's going to be a lot of colourful language. You know what I mean? Rated 18. I think he's going to be fuming at Charles there. If you're going fast and then somebody's... It just stands to reason. If you're going fast and your teammate in front of you, not a spun off, but he's down the bloody runoff area, it stands to reason that you're not going to get your best lap time out right. Just common sense. Lewis gets his first lap interrupted by his teammate, then gets impeded into turn 1 by Hadjar. Did he? I didn't see the impeding. Come on. And Ferrari leave him on the softs because they have no time. For fudge's sake, come on. Why wasn't he on mediums to start with then? But then Lewis has been on softs all the while. Maybe he just preferred softs. I don't know. Everyone else, when they needed to put a lap time, up and down the top 10, apart from Oscar, mediums. Lewis on softs. What? No hablo inglés. Scuderia Ferrari. I don't know what's got Javed that is coming, isn't it? It feels inevitable. Ferrari broke Lewis even more. It's just techie. I mean, he's got... What are you doing? What's the point? Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Max, potentially, Andy. Don't write off Charles, though. That's the problem. F1 TV has said Leclerc's lockup cost Hamilton big... Oh, flipping Nora, Cameron. Oh, Lewis should be upset as his lack of talent. SDW, that's not the entirety of the equation, though, is it? You're not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth if you full stop a new paragraph after that. Fuck. And imagine we took imagine in FP3 we took Lando out of the voting to put Lewis in there. T-minus 20 seconds from Q3. Lewis Wymsofts, we are checking. Insane. I feel like I'm about to shed tears here, you know, chat. You're going to see it. Quote me happy, Max. Drop this on poll trap. Make Charles Leclerc look like modern day journalists. Do you know what I mean? Before I start bloody crying in this piece. Sad times this for Sir Lewis Hamilton fans. What are we doing? Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and understand that Father Time is undefeated and undisputed, though, right? Waits for no man, pound for pound, never has lost a round, never will. 40 years old. There's not been too many drivers in modern day F1 history that have won a Grand Prix at that age, let alone won a championship. At Ferrari, with all their nonsense as well that you got to deal with, you got to be fast, right? Point to point, the quickest on the track, like Charles Leclerc, so that you can rescue yourself in the clutch times, the clutchiest of times. I'm nervous here, chat. Really, Ben Nell, did Leclerc do? Oh, I don't think so. He's not that. No, Charles Leclerc wouldn't have done that on purpose. He's got a cheeky bit. You know already, Ben Nell, that he's got a cheeky mistake in his locker. Even as brilliant as he is at Baku, how many times has he yeeted it into the barrier around here? Several. Particularly the castle section. Several. Oh my God. Flipping Nora. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? 1,200 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Do it now, please. It means more than you might realise. I'm nervous. My palms are sweaty. Mum's spaghetti. This opportunity, drivers, comes once in a lifetime. Do not miss your chance to blow. Therefore, we are going squeaky bum time indeed. OG Zilla, new mediums versus 5-lap-old softs. Sorry, but Father Time doesn't have anything to do with it. I hear you, OG Zilla. Yes, yeah, I hear you, mate. I hear you. But why was he on softs in the anyway? You know what OG Zilla is? It is Cam Ferrari putting a fuel for just 2 push laps. Leclerc messed up, causing Ham to cancel his first push. Now he had to go around again, aging the tyres and using on softs. Not mediums. Softs. Have you done any sim racing? No, Valking. I don't have time. Charles can do it, but he has to overdrive 100%. Let's go. Go on then, Alonso. Heart rate increasing 100%. Easy G. 12. And look at Kamzat Chimaev in the chat. What's going on here? Only the middleweight champion of the world. Flipping Nora. Hamzat Chimaev. Do you know what I mean? I want to smash everyone. Everyone I want to smash. I want to smash every kid. He's a bit of a gangster, his Kamzat. Destroyed Drickus Duplessis most recently. Go on then. We are 9 minutes and 10 seconds left on the docket. He is one of those Detro. Go on then. 9 minutes left. Who's going round first? I should have paid attention, shouldn't I? We'll see. We'll see shortly. Okay. Lando. Let's go. Smart from McLaren. Look how they've done it this time round. Max Verstappen is the last one round here. Why have they done that? Bloody Nora. Lando Norris is unscrubbed. That's a very good shout from Curran. Piastri, however, is on brand new medium compound tyres. He's one of the first ones round. Look at this. Leclerc following Piastri, likely to get a decent toe then for Oscar. Charles in pole position here, you know. As far as like position on track, I'd want to be tailing Oscar Piastri. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Mercedes off. Yellow flag settings. George Russell. Is the yellow flag going to... No yellow flags because he's... okay, you're all right. You're all right, guys. I think Charles Leclerc has the whip hand here, chat. Carlos Sainz goes purple, 35.8, but then superseded shortly thereafter by one OJP on a 35.8. All eyes. Look at this. 35.8 from Oscar. Oscar has the whip hands. 36.0 only from Charles Leclerc. Where's Max? Oh, wow. Rain. Do you see this, chat? Rain out on track. Carlos Sainz has the whip hand, chat. But on 7-lap old mediums. Why would they do that? Williams just trying to do their best to do Ferrari. Oh, the humanity indeed, OG Zilla. Oh, Charles hasn't crashed. Say it's not so. No. Charles hasn't crashed. Behave yourself. Charlie's on one. 36.0. Purple microsectors from Charles Leclerc. OJP's on one though. 41.5. Sector 2 from OJP. Okay, Charles 0.2 adrift through sector 1. What's he doing? Go on, Charles. Charles Leclerc's in the wall. Charles Leclerc in the wall. What are we doing, Charles? Oh my gosh, Charles Leclerc in the wall. What are we doing? Javier, you're a legend. I've had enough. This is too long. Charles Leclerc. Mistake. Missed the modern day journalese. Yet another mistake of the unforced variety. What for, Charles? I had you, Charles. I was rooting for you, Charles. And this again, chap. Again. As brilliant as the dude has been around here, mistakes of the unforced variety are never far from Charles Leclerc. Even around this track, as brilliant as he's been, DNF yeets it into the bloody barrier again. So what was it all for in Q2? Lewis Hamilton's sacrifice at the altar of Charles Leclerc's mistake. Look at that, he's just fuck. Oh, for God's sake, Charles. What for? Come on, Charles. The crash, I'm so stupid, I called it. First, or Leclerc, you did call it visual. Win it or bin it. But he said he wasn't doing this anymore. That he wasn't like 10/10 orders. Oh, you know who this favours, Andy? You know who this favours now? Come off the hour, come off the Max Verstappen. What is happening? Oh, the humanity indeed. What is happening, Tony? OG Zilla Javier. What is going on? But it is rain, isn't it? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The rain comes. They're making the point now. Kurun Chandak. If we get rain, then this is your grid, eh? Sainz, Lawson, Hajar, bring it on. Do you know what I mean? It'd be gangster tomorrow. But Max Verstappen has yet to put in a lap. Sainz was 500 to 1. Bloody Nora. Can you imagine? Sitting pretty. This is some skullduggery shenanigating. Is this chaos? Modern day journalese. Insanity. The reason, of course, why I call Charles Leclerc, rather disparagingly some might say, modern day journalese, is because modern day journalese had unlimited natural talent. He was brilliant. He was meant to be the next one. Fast for days. Speed was never something that he wanted for. However, his ability to execute in the critical times always failed him. He could never put together a championship campaign. He wasn't consistent enough, for he always made mistakes. He was a god-tier merchant, a chaos dragon when it came to seizing defeat from the jaws of victory. He did that, and Charles Leclerc does it. That's why I draw the parallels. And not to mention, he looks a bit like Jean Alesi as well, does Charles Leclerc. I'm sad for the chap. I am sad for the chap. I thought he was desperately going to put it on pole, but again, this comes with the territory right. Some say, lest you, oh my God, look at it, they've got the rain max. I think Lewis only had 2 mediums left. You've got to use one in quali now. Amy, why would Army, excuse me, why would you not use one in quali? Listen, I'm losing my mind here. I can't do it. I'm finished. For what? What are we doing? Charles Leclerc in the barrier, Lewis out in Q2. Like, what's the point? What is the point? Paul Shot agreed to this, but I mean, Daily Vibe, you're a legend. I appreciate you joining the channel. And of course, if you want to become an elated peddler and join the channel, that will get you priority in the chat every single time. That will get you access to the Discord and some cheeky emojis and a cheeky newsletter. What are we doing, chat? Why? How? Lewis out in Q2. Charles Leclerc DNFs in Q3. Huh? Care? Not Noablo Ingle. This makes no sense. Scuderia and full rain now, so science is going to be on pot. Like what? What's going? And it is raining. Oh my gosh! Look at that! I just seen rain. Carlos Sainz has the whip hand. Always get your time out there. It's Baku for Pete's sake. Have we not been saying that all session? Do I need to repeat myself? Like what? For you know what? Now I've got to look at Red Bull because Red Bull have left Max Verstappen. Yeah, put the bloody camera on Charles. Let's see his face. Do you know what I mean? Now he wants to get off camera because it's too shame. Is he shedding tears again? And they say that Charles Leclerc is the quickest point to point. Look at this, another mistake. For crying out loud. Unbelievable. I was convinced he was going to do it, chat. I'm not even going to tell any lies. I was sure that Charles was going to make it a 6th back-to-back. Insane. Insane, chat. I don't know what to say. It's chaos. What a punctuated staccato session of a qualifying session at Baku, Azerbaijan, round 17. DNFs all over the shop. Colapinto, Albon, Charles Leclerc. Bodies. They're all out. They're all out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, chat. OG Zilla getting close. Thank you, sir. Getting close to that part of the season where we could start to see grid penalties for new 100%. They need to. They've all got to be divested out of 2025 as a project and invested now in 2026. Given what's there to lose? 2026, there's more gains, right? This is the law of diminishing returns now. I agree, Cameron. To fly like an eagle, you can't be hanging out with 100%, Tony. I think Charles Leclerc just needs to leave Ferrari, you know. Much like Lewis just needed to leave Mercedes in the end because the relationship was getting a bit stale. What's the point? Next, we need Norris to hit. Oh my gosh, don't say that, Falking. I can't wish. Easy G will hear you. I can't wish bad on another driver. Javier, you're a legend. Giovanni, I'm embarrassed and ashamed to be carrying the Agnelli family name. Right, let's go, Giovanni. What's the point? John Elkan possibly having to do community service for alleged tax evasion. Where's the focus on racing? It's chaos, isn't it, Giovanni? You can't write it. They are ensconced in negative circumstance at the moment. Of course, Giovanni, the legend that is alluding to John Elkan and his tax evasion case. They've settled, but there was all this hullabaloo, financial malfeasance, allegedly at the altar of inheritance and dodgy tax evasion things. They've settled now, though, of the Elkan family. But that doesn't mean that everything else isn't going to go away. All the SH1T on track and bloody operational infrastructure ineptitude. It's been bad. It's been bad. We're resuming in a couple of minutes. We've got a yellow flag circumstance and it will be rainy. So then Carlos Sainz, Liam Lawson and Isaac Hajar have the whip hand. Your karma will come working. Never be embarrassed by who you are, says Daniel. You didn't do it. You should not be 100%. I think Giovanni Agnelli holds himself vicariously accountable and you shouldn't, Giovanni. I concur with Daniel, so just stay on track, keep it on the island. It's going to get techie out here in a minute. T-minus 7 minutes and 7 seconds left to go once the session Q3 round 17 resumes, but it's raining. Oh, it's raining. Karma for blocking his teammate, deliberately going down the slip road to disrupt Hamilton's run. I don't think he did it deliberately. You know that he didn't do it deliberately. I mean, did he do the second one deliberately as well? Yeah, Occam's razor, this. Unbelievable. This is F1, right? Circumstance, chaos, like it's all over the shop. I don't hate it. It needs to be like, it's a bit staccato, agreed, but it's proper this. Now who's going to pull it out the fire? With all this cat gone, who does this favour more? Norris, Piastri or Max Verstappen, all this waiting? And again, if it's a full wet, behave. Shout out to the great support. Giovanni, you're a legend always, mate. Morning, Cameron. What's going on, Adrian? Used. It's obviously still set from the McLaren. I like Raymond. Oh my God, they've all got their rain max on. Look. Oh my gosh, Charles isn't Rosberg. He didn't do that. I don't think he did that deliberately. I don't think he has it in his locker to compute. Got to be cerebral and skullduggerous, right, to know when to do that. I don't think he would have even. I don't think it. If it stays dry, destained, definitely 7 minutes left on the dock. It wants to resume, by the way. You're a legend, Tony. A proper legend. I don't know what's taking me so long, Tony. Mm. 1,300 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like. What a session, eh? Imagine the reaction video. I think I'm going to have to go scorched earth at the Alto Scuderia Ferrari, the red car with the yellow badge and the black prancing horse at top. It's not good enough, is it? Hasn't been good enough all year, but this is particularly not good enough. I would argue that Charles and Lewis need themselves a safe space within which they can execute the best to the best of their ability. And Scuderia Ferrari all season long, as at round 17, have not given them that safe space. Not even close. Smooth operator, imagine. He'll be loving that. Albon out in Q1 and then he's looking at pole because of the weather. I don't hate it. The racing gods giveth and they taketh away. Carlos would have put it in pole on the Williams or Ferrari potentially, bro. Potentially with that level of timing. Jimmy V's not a bad racing mind. Another weekend, Ferrari gets the hopium up Friday, but nowhere to be seen on Saturday. OG Zilla says, I know he's past his prologue. We should have known now. Should have known. Red Bull over the course of the race weekend do one of these. And the Ferrari promise everything and deliver nothing. Always, every single time from Ferrari. Scuderia, they're chaos dragons, promise merchants. It's all potential, do you know what I mean? All potential, but yet and still they always seize defeat from the jaws of victory. Take that one to the bank. Cam Hamilton did 41.2 in freaking medium yesterday. What the F is for what? AS Forza standard? Standard. They peak at the wrong time. Do you know what I mean? Inferno, Supermax, F1 Jesus, I think it's coming. Feels inevitable, do you know what I mean? Like the dragons in Game of Thrones, Dracarys is what Max is going to go out and do. So long as it's dry, of course, as Red Bull going to run the whole qualifying on medium. As they should, Vanadir. Why is the messing around? Done with the... Is Lewis disappointed? Heard this thought. The car was good yesterday. Something happened today. Mistakes. Just a bit long, isn't it? I don't even want to... I'm not interested. Soft compound. Why was he on soft? Everybody else in the top 10 on mediums. Why? What's the point? Ineptitude ad nauseum from Scuderia Ferrari, and I'm done. It's a good job that I'm invested equally in Max Verstappen PLC, but I'm annoyed at Red Bull that they didn't get Max out there quicker. So I mean, he would have been sat on atop the timing sheets by a gazillion miles now. All pressure on McLaren if Red Bull had sent Max earlier. Lewis said that he wanted to come in, didn't have enough fuel, ran out of time. Oh, just whatever, man. Who's going to be the first to brave it? It's raining. 1,000 of you watching concurrently. I make no apologies for labouring this point. I appreciate each and every single one of you. For this channel drives no survives by dint of you guys turning up each and every single time. This qualifying session is... Imagine the reaction video. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I don't want to kick Charles Leclerc when he's down, but I'm going to have to. Red Bull are sponsored. They might not be sponsoring yet, would they? But I've got forward options on them, do you know what I mean? It's only right. It's only right. It's become mandatory now. I want to say every time I drink from one of these, Max drops it on pole. God tier performance from the chap. Sporting endeavour. I want to see when they send out Max. 1100 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour. Lewis needs to get angry and force changes in Ferrari. Drop the nice gentleman act. I'm a bit angry. Come on then, Max. Quote me happy, chap. I'd love to see Max just destroy all of them now. He's only got to beat Oscar and Lando. That's a substantially easier endeavour than to beat Oscar, Lando and Charles. Charles was my main worry. Charles was my main concern. I'm not even going to like more than Lando and Oscar, notwithstanding Lando's blitzkrieg quick laps and the fact that they're driving an MCL 3.9 with the double brake. That's probably the quickest car. Lewis is a bit PT, but he has to be here, doesn't he? Would it be surprised if someone else bangs at 100% OG Zilla, especially now it's slippery. Don't forget about George in these kind of the good shout. J-Tool. Good, very good shout. Rain and shine. Yeah, you got to go with Max. Team on 6 minutes remaining, and we resume. Max Verstappen's going around first. Look at that. Not messing about. I don't hate it. Get out there. That's what they should have done the first time, Red Bull. Get out there first, and Max Verstappen would have been top the timing sheets. Now, it's bloody... there's no rain. There's no rain, but they've got to be... I mean, somebody else is going to yeet it into the barriers. Matt's fast out. Red Bull learns fast, unlike Ferrari. Touche. I concur, sir. McLaren's getting others to clear the track. So good shout, Easy G. But don't let others clear the track too much, McLaren. Piastri going last. So the orders they go around. Verstappen first on track. Sainz second. Liam Lawson, Hajar, Norris, Russell, Antonelli, Piastri. I worry for Piastri. Last on track. Surely then, this is basic maths, is it not? It's not Fermat's last theorem. If you're last on track, the odds that you get subjected to a cheeky yellow flag which ruins your time, do one of these. They go up incrementally. Surely. Tony, blessings, you're a legend. Tony, I appreciate you, mate. Far too kind as always. Mate, we're going gangbusters today. So 1,100 of you watching concurrently, and I'm grateful to each and every single one of you. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Max Verstappen is going for it. Purple microsector, as you would expect, first time out from Maximilian Verstappen, laying down. He's going to plant his flag. He's going to plant his flag on this pole and let Lando and co feel the pressure, isn't he? I think McLaren... I don't know. I said that... I don't think Lando should be out there. Lando should be out there right behind Max. Risk management settings, Max Purple. Of course he is. Max Purple 35.6. Bloody Nora. Only just quicker than Carlos Sainz because the track circumstances change. I think Lando's going to struggle here, you know. He's going green, to be fair to him. Maximilian Verstappen 0.2 up. Let's go. Go on. Go on, Max Verstappen. Purple microsector from Lando Norris. Go on, Max. Max is nailing green microsectors in sector 2. Purple microsector, sector 2. Lando Norris goes yellow microsector. Oh my gosh, but Oscar's going purple microsectors. Oh, the humanity. Tony, you're an absolute legend out here gifting memberships. I appreciate you. If you are that way inclined, get yourself in the Discord. Link is on the community tab. Lando Norris goes purple sector 1. Oh, the humanity. A 10th upon Maximilian Verstappen's time. Oscar Piastri going quicker yet and still. Oh, the humanity. Purple microsector after purple microsector for Oscar Jack Piastri. What are we doing here? Yellow flag turn 3. Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri. Red flag. Fuck. Red flag. Done. Fuck's sake. OJP, what are we doing? For crying out loud. OJP in the wall. You can't even do it. But he was going quick, chat. He was purple through sector 1. The microsectors were blitzkrieg. But bloody Nora, you got to keep it on the black stuff. To finish first, you must first finish, surely, per the legendary Murray Walker. Oscar Piastri in the barrier again. Changeable conditions. I mean... Max has got to be looking at all these muggles like, you know what? If I had a car, you lot wouldn't see which way I went. All these bloody mistakes that you lot keep making. Big whack in the barrier. They're going to restart T minus 3 minutes and 41 seconds left on the docket. I mean, Max, if they do resume, Max is going to get out there first. Oscar was blitzkrieg here, though. Got to be honest. Oh, my gosh. He just took to him at speed, didn't he? He took to him at speed, had no grip. Absolute clown show, says SDW. Wow. Crikey, techier than techie things, chat. Oh, the humanity. How many calls in that water that I'm telling you, Z. He was quick though. And so was Lando. Lando, no risk capitalised. That is the question. And breathe, chat. We have ourselves another break where they clear the debris, the flotsam and jetsam of car number 81. This is good for the battle. I don't hate it. Some people are going to have to make their way through. Oh, yeah, good for the championship battle. Oscar takes a pew. They've got to go. Don't stay there, Oscars, because you're going to get memed, chap. Do you know what I mean? Crackosaurus. Safak Yoko, goated prophet of as. It's so true. Safak's been nailing it. There's been some good calls in the chat. Infinitely goatier F1 minds than myself. Piastri did a good job preventing Mats from setting out. But Mats is going to get his in the end. Telling you, Lando was going quick. 1,400 of you in the chat concurrently. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Lando had gone quickest of all through sector 1, 35.5, a tenth quicker than Max Verstappen, a tenth and a half quicker, by the way, through sector 1. Bloody Nora, voice to text is the F1 that like she truly is one of the good 100%. South Africa's a legend. Such talent in here. God tier picks. Red flag track, such man. I didn't see Oscar as doing that, I'll be honest with you. Doesn't make very many mistakes. OG Zilla, absolute legend. But ensuing support, I'm in Nostradamus settings in the chat. Safak, you did. Safak did call it. And did you remember me, Safak? Just laughed it out of hand. Now, Oscar won't yeet it into the barrier. What do I know? My crystal ball apparently is murkier than the next person's. Definitely Safak. One more for you, Easy G. Oh no, Easy G, no pressure, mate. No pressure. Only one of the effective ones, bro. Muggles. It was just right. It just was right on the spot there. Muggles. That's what I am apparently. I should be relaxed. I said before when this happened, oh, what did I do to deserve that? You predicted OJP into the barriers, what you predicted, Safak. If I recall correctly, 1,400 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. We're red flag circumstance, a couple of minutes from the dying embers of Q3, round 17, Azerbaijan at Baku. It's going to get techie. Unlucky Karen CC. I didn't think Oscar doesn't make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Not very often. Couple that I can note, turn 6 Austria after you, Claude, made the mistake at the British Grand Prix, the aggressive deceleration that cost him. Australia in the wet, also common thread. Is Oscar Piastri a dry weather merchant? No, it's too premature to be so to cast such aspersion. But he did make a mistake in Australia. The two biggest ones have been in like wet-ish conditions. Maybe, I don't know. But it's not wet enough to. I said Norris, not Piastri, bro. Valking, did you? You did Valking. But no. How to lose a World Drivers' Championship 101 for Dummies, the McLaren edition. Oh no. Safak, you know very well you haven't got a fraction of what you deserve. You are valued and loved. Touche, Crackosaurus. Touche. Safak is legendary. All of you guys are legendary, but Safak nails it. Valking, Techie. Cam is literally causing a new English accent. You know, Gen X, I make no apologies. In fact, should we do an apology? No, we won't do the apology, soliloquy. We'll save that for the reaction video. Coming from Birmingham, Middle England, the West Midlands. Sadly, everyone there pronounces the G at the end of the word as a K, aka nothing instead of nothing. I can do it, I just don't. Too old and grey, mate. You guys will forgive me. Sometimes it's a personality. I try and enunciate well and be a bit of a wordsmith, but sometimes Muggles. Muggles is a good one, eh, Hassan? F1 Muggles, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone setting. I still need to read that book. Oscar just doesn't have the required mental thought. Behave yourself, Sparry. That's why Lando is the #1 driver at Mac. Behave yourself. Recency bias, any? We need some rain. No, I think we need no rain. I want to see the Max Verstappen lap now. I've paid enough attention dollars for this. I've waited enough. The session's been staccato sufficient. I want to see Max Verstappen's lap. I've waited enough. Do you know what I mean? As somebody who's overweight, super invested in Sporting Endeavour PLC par excellence, I want to see the Max Verstappen lap. I want to see. That's all that I'm here for now. I want to see him gap the rest of them to 2 or 3. I just love to see it. A Monaco 88 type Max Verstappen lap, or a Suzuka type lap, or a Saudi Arabia Jeddah Corniche type Sector 1, Sector 2, 2021 or 2022. I just want to see one of those Max Verstappen laps. I'm here for it. I feel like we deserve it, chat. We've waited long enough, haven't we? I want to see a brilliant... If Lando puts one in, fair play to him. I wouldn't mind if Lando goes God tier and I watch the onboard of Lando Norris and I'm like, takes my breath away. Like he did a couple... When did he do a lap like that? No, there was a lap when he did it and he nailed everyone to the tune of 2 or 3 times. It's proper raining. Oh no, they waited too long. What a joke. Unbelievable. Well, total loss of control by Piastri. Williams racing balls. Can you imagine? No. I think the heavy hitters will work their way through the field somehow, some way. Time for Norris to crack. No, Van Adair. You can't wish that on Lando. Oof. Oof. Can you do a good Brummy, Clive? The problem is because I've been in London so long, the Brummy kind of fades to back. But when one gets enthusiastic, the accent that is Brummy comes right to the fore, as if by magic. Like when Max puts it, if you look at all the shorts, when Max puts in a God tier lap, oh my God, like the British, I sound like Mansell, who in turn is from that part of the world, Leamington Spa, I think. Carlos Odds, oh my gosh, Carlos, but you would never have known JJB. You would you can't, you know what I mean? Don't do the revisionist historian. Who would have placed money on Carlos Odds to drop it on pole? Who knew that this was going to happen and that there were going to be so many reds, and apart from Safak, who's God tier Nostradamus level, but mm. 22-hour qualifying session. Thanks, F. Wonk. He's on it today. He's fine. Let's go, Sir George Russell, King George Russell of Kingsling, Norfolk. I will have you know. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Even if you don't like it, 5 to 1,000. Bloody no easy, G. Science's Revenge. The F1 quality summary video is going to be 50 minutes long, or red flags. I don't do summaries, Spate. There's enough. I mean, can I beat Windsor as far as doing a comprehensive, robust summary, encapsulating all of the nooks and crannies as well? No, I just tend to. My reaction video is like, Charles, what are we doing? Lewis, what are we doing? Max Verstappen, God tier pole lap potentially. 1 minute before Q3's restarted. T-minus 60. Thank you, Z. And breathe, ladies and gentlemen. Breathe with an F. You see, that's another enunciation thing that I keep on getting wrong. Breathe. As if it's not breathe. I know. Still didn't have Spanish to know what theta looks like. But sometimes you can't be able... Techie, blinders, Brummy Cameron, navel pick. I'm telling you. It's going to... Insane. This is insane, chat, isn't it? 1,400 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. I appreciate each and every single one of you for joining me on this chaos dragon of an Azerbaijan round 17 Baku Grand Prix qualifying session. I'm here for it though, because I'm invested in Max Verstappen PLC, because Max Verstappen PLC, for me, in my humble opinion, represents the peakiest of sporting endeavours par excellence, or at least it has done season to date. Come on, Max, another British Grand Prix, chap. If it's dry, another British Grand Prix quali, please. Another Saudi Arabian Grand Prix Jeddah Corniche qualifying session. Be the difference, Maximilian Verstappen. Suzuka, 2-hour qualifying session. Chaos. I don't mind it though. I don't hate qualifying, when it's like this. I almost prefer quali to the race. Is that blasphemy? Who said that? Revoke that person's F1 pimp card, please. Is this the 10th or the 1 millionth red flag? I lost count. We're invested in 2015 Toro Rosso PLC. Let's go, K-Bands. 2015, 2016 Brazil, 2024 Brazil. You just can't. I want to be able to tell my grandkids, do you know what I mean? That I was there when Max Verstappen put in his 2021 Silverstone Grand Prix sprint race. I want to tell them. I want to say that I was there. Go on then. Can we restart the session, F1? Or are we just chilling out? T-minus 2 minutes and we'll get ourselves a restart. 3 minutes left on the docket. Q3, Azerbaijan. And I'm nervous as fudge. Revoke the LH card. I know. I gave mine up ages ago, Max. I'm not even going to lie. On the back of so many Max Verstappen. Excuse me. And so on the back of so many Max Verstappen fans giving me love. And Lewis Hamilton fans not. Do you know what I mean? But besides, you know what? I only worship one God, and that's the God of sporting endeavour par excellence. Do you know what I mean? When I see Max Verstappen doing what he was doing, I was like, mate, this is a problem for Oscar now. Lando Norris has the World Drivers' Championship whip hand, notwithstanding the fact that he's 31 points down the road from Oscar yet and still. With 8 races remaining, my heart's going nuts for Lando. Clive, me too. Me too. I mean, he's kept it on the island though. He's lucky that Oscar didn't complete that lap, I'm telling you, because it was blitzkrieg quick. All of his microsectors, bar one in sector 1, were purple. Huh. Oh wow, Max is going out last. No! It's raining in the stands. Bloody Nora. So maybe it makes sense. I feel like I'm confirmation biasing Red Bull, justifying them sending out Max Verstappen last. How rainy is it raining? That's the question. Lando versus Max, let us see. If it's raining, it is raining. Flipping Nora. It is raining. Cameron got smart. Traded in Hamilton's card for Max's goat. F1 Jesus, I can't make it political. I can't. Don't get it twisted. I mean, if we're talking sport, this has done some brilliant things outside the cockpit, but I only care about what goes on inside it is my issue. I'm here for escapism, not to discuss politics. There's too much craziness in the world for us to get into those very murky waters. I don't want to wade in them. It's too much because the tyres and ground effect mean no running. It's tough to go out last, I think. Max being last is so clutch. I mean, it's so long as nobody else goes off, chat. Up. Lando Norris is on one here already. Look at bloody Oscar was purple, green, purple, and then DNF. Antonelli probably is the most likely of the remaining peddlers. Why? I know, Safak, I don't like it. I don't think they were ready. I think it looked a bit chaotic in the Red Bull garage, I'll be honest with you. Alonso says chocolate red. I tell you what. As a German, I can tell that blitzkrieg never went. It's true. I'm using it as an analogy. What is the rain? It's raining, but it's light. All right, then. Go on, then. Who's on what? Max Verstappen is on fresh soft. Lando Norris is on 2-lap old soft. Excuse me. Purple rain. Yeah, but Science, of course, they're going to overtake you in the pit lane. Haven't you seen that every session to date has been curtailed by an impromptu red flag? Think people are going to stay out there. Now, Max and Tsunoda are in the hands of the gods. Lando Norris is going round first. I mean, he's going with Lawson and Antonelli on track. Do you really want to be out there last? If past his prologue, chat. I don't. I wouldn't want to be. If a god tier Max Verstappen lap gets interrupted by another yellow or red flag, I'm going to be livid. Lando Norris is going. Lando Norris. Yellow microsectors from Lando. Right, the pit to click is 35.6 from Lando as he goes round. 35.6. Oh no, he's going yellow. Go on then, Lando. All eyes on a sector 1 of Lando. 35.7. He's gone slower than Carlos Sainz. I think we've got track devolution. It's ever so slightly wet out there. And he's gone yellow microsectors. Sector what? Sector 2. Struggling for grip, chat. Struggling. Oh, the humanity. I wouldn't be surprised to see another barrier kiss from one of these buds. Mention their names, Kimi Antonelli or Liam Lawson. Rookie settings. Although, look at Liam. Bloody Noah. Don't talk too badly about Liam. What are we doing here? As Carlos Sainz goes quicker. What? 35.3. Max Verstappen goes 35.3 quickest of all. Wow. 6. Lando Norris hits the wall, but he continues. Wow. So, right. It's wet. Come off the hour. Come off the Reaganmeister, ladies and gentlemen. Max Verstappen has gone purple. And then he was going green and green. Lando Norris is going slower. Oh, but he's going green, microsectors. I think Lando Norris still might go quicker here. No, second. Lando Norris goes second. Oh my gosh. Wow, he's far. Look at that, 7 tenths of drift. It's only Max Verstappen that has a chance in this weather. Go on then, Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen goes quicker sector 1. Oh my goodness, Crackersaur politics, do you? No, yeah, we can't do it. Crackersaur, sorry, views. Go on then, Max Verstappen goes 40.5. He's matched Carlos Sainz Jr. Oh my gosh. So it's 4 100s. It's close, chat. It's close. If Max Verstappen does this, then it's a wrap. I'm telling you. In wet conditions, if he beats Carlos Sainz in the dry, he's going green microsectors, but it might not be enough. All eyes on Max Verstappen, sector 3. Has he done it? Oh my God, he's done it again. How is he going to beat? How? It's done. It's a wrap. Everybody go home. Kenny Smith settings. Max Verstappen does it again. He's smashed Carlos Sainz in the wet to the tune of 4 tenths. Just behave yourself. Just go home. Nobody else can do that. It's done. It's a wrap. Nobody can do that. Go home. It's done. It's finished. How are you going to beat... I know Carlos is in a Williams and I know it's Carlos Sainz, but Carlos did that in the dry and Max has done it in the wet. Andy, just always bet on Max Verstappen. Never bet against him. What are we doing? I've got goosebumps all over my body. Max Verstappen's done it again. What the fudge? Where's Lando? Done. 0 minutes, 0 seconds on the clock. Max Verstappen. All heads must bow or tongues must confess. That dude may well be the greatest. I just don't know. That just makes no sense. That just makes no sense. Liam Lawson takes third. Carlos Sainz in second, having done a lap on dry. That is ridiculous, chat. How's he done that? I just don't understand. I can't compute it. I can't fathom it. I feel like I'm watching Neo in the Matrix here. This is just a different level. He does that in the. It's wet. It's wet. It's still bloody raining. How? I just BC. I don't understand. Listen, I'm glad that it's the Max Verstappen era and we're all here to witness it as a Formula One fans. I'm glad that I'm going to be able to tell my son about the time when Maximilian Verstappen nailed a lap in the wet that was quicker to the tune of 4 tenths than Carlos Sainz's lap in a dry. Yes, Carlos Sainz is in the Williams, but that's half a second, chat. More than half a second. What? They're not ready. I don't want to hear about the chat. They're just not ready. They're not playing the same game as Max. I don't care now. It's just beyond. You know what I mean? You can't even debate it. Nobody else is playing the same game as Max Verstappen. Look at him. Where's Lando on them there softs? Nowhere is where Lando is. Making mistakes at critical times, etc. All of them made mistakes. Whether it's Oscar, whether it's bloody Lando, Charles, all of them made mistakes. There was one chap on there who didn't make any mistakes. He has a name, and his name is Maximilian Verstappen, 4-time champion. It's a travesty of justice, by the way, that this dude doesn't have a car capable of challenging for a championship. Now you can see the injustice. All of the noddy muggles of the F1 variety that said that Max Verstappen is a fast car merchant. Do you see now? Do you understand now the difference between him and the other 19 running around the track? The difference is this, not just the speed and the consistency. The difference is this, per Simon Bonds and the meaning of sport. You tell the difference between the good and the great ones by the ability of the greatest ones to extract out of themselves at the peakest times, the big points, the Q3s in the wet, the best of their ability. That's the difference, chap. That's the difference. That is the difference. There is a difference between Max Verstappen and the rest, and we're seeing it every weekend now. As near as makes no difference. All of the Max Verstappen naysayers, the Abbots of Unreason that try to close their eyes and say that he's too aggressive and he's a fast car merchant. Take 10 seats. It's done. It's a wrap. Full stop. New paragraph. Everybody can go home. This dude, Mount Rushmore of F1 from now. Full stop, new paragraph. He's just beat Matt. He's just beat Carlos Sainz, set his quickest lap in the draw. Nobody else went quicker, for Pete's sake. What are we doing? Lando Norris a distant 7th. Nobody could go close. What really though, chap? What are we doing here? The chap is a genius, and it's done. Everybody else is backup dancers. He's Beyonce, and the rest are Michelle and whoever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody can do that. You know what? The conversation I was having with Baxter and Chez earlier on in the week. If you're talking great ones, the only chap that I think can deal with Max Verstappen over the course of a 23 race season, Lewis of course, but Senna scares me because he's just quick enough to be dangerous. The rest of them can take 10 seats. I've had enough. That's nuts. Listen, back in a couple of minutes for the review. I just don't get it, chat. I don't understand. Dude puts a smile on my face as the Kato session litanied with mistake all over the shop, punctuated with mistakes and errors of the unforced variety. You had it from Oscar, you had it from Charles twice, and then in the barrier, Lewis with the bloody soft compound tyres. It was Ferrari, and it was all nonsense. And they set him up for, and then overall, this dude floats to the top like Cream always does. Drucifer, it's exactly the analogy. Max Verstappen is Beyonce, and the other 19 are Kelly and Michelle. They're just backup dancers at this stage. If indeed you're invested in sporting endeavour par excellence, never in your life, Remco. No idea. I don't know how he managed it, Remco. Just all heads must bow, all tongues must confess. OG Zeller, Max Verstappen may be one of the great. Me too, ages. I feel like I'm about to cry, chat. Yeah, and I might the hyperbole in it. How did nobody else improved? No one. And this dude goes and dunks 4/10 on Carlos Sainz's lap set in a dry. There is nothing. I've got nothing else. No, Riz, I don't think. BC, I don't even think you can say Lando bottled it. I don't think you can. He made a little mistake, of course, but the track was wet. I'm done. Cheers, chat. Back in a couple of minutes for the reaction video. I'm done. This se acabó. No hablo inglés. This is Neo in the Matrix. Somebody's picked him up. He's Neo in the Matrix. He's downloaded all the cheat codes. He's the Da Vinci codes. It's different. No one else. 4/10, half a second, chat. He dunked on Carlos Sainz, who, by the way, it is Williams, Nando. I get it. But it was also dry, Nando. Do you know what I mean? Back in a minute for a reaction video. That Max Verstappen is a chaos merchant. Do you know what I mean? And anybody that doesn't want to put respect on his name and talk to him nice, in turn, is an F1 Abbott of Unreason. Full stop, new paragraph. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for the reaction video, and at 8 p.m. for the Saturday night show. What are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Maxime, I'm done. Full stop, new paragraph. Between now and then, the prosecution rests no further questions, Your Honour.